Gifted Dim. Josh Kirby says Joey After Dark. It is correct. It is Joey After Dark.
How many times I gotta tell you? It's not. They can't hear you until the lights are on.
Yeah, but I like to talk, so I like to make them think that maybe it's just them that's the wrong thing, you know?
We got a bully.
No, it's psychological warfare. That's all it is. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the kind of funny GameOverGreggy show pre-show. I don't ever not do this. There we go. Usually I just drag Andy in here, but Andy's still in Texas. That son of a bitch. Still champ, though? No, I don't know. Should we call him and ask him?
I feel like you should call Andy right now and see who's champ. Just ask him. Be like, no, for sure. Like, here's the thing. He has no idea what's going on. Call him, like, hey, quick question for you. I know you're busy. Sorry to bother you, but we were just wondering, with all the stuff going on. This is for a social tweet that I have to do. Who's champ right now?
What are the odds that Andy just hangs up on me?
90%, I think.
Fun fact, in Andy's phone,
yeah,
he has me listed as Bruce Green.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This is gonna be good. Sometimes my phone doesn't actually let me call people, and I don't really know why.
Well, I can't call him because he'll know it's me.
That's the point.
There you go. Demetrius says, "What's up?" Champ calls. That's right. When a champ calls, you better answer.
But he probably knows that.
He doesn't know. He has no idea. Should be cool.
Throw him off when he answers. Be like, "Hey, what's going on with this Patreon party mode post?" And then be like, "Never mind about
Kevin,
that."
We've got it.
Oh, sorry, Nick.
We have a whole thing worked out.
The Project 5 subscriber.
Oh my God. Andy doesn't. I love that Andy doesn't even have an outgoing message on his voicemail. It's the Project 5 subscriber.
You know that you can't leave me a voicemail?
Yeah, I know, Joe. Why? You and Andy, you're both the same. Like, for whatever reason,
because
they just don't
hate answering voicemails, and so I just don't have it set up.
Oh, you don't have it set up?
Yes.
Yeah.
You literally call Joe and it says, the Sprint subscriber has not set up their voicemail. And I'm like, God damn you, Joe.
I mean, I have AT&T.
God damn you. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
But you know what I mean. So that's upsetting. That would have been a good bit, but thanks for ruining it,
Ron
Andy.
Stantonopoulos says, Nick's killing the dream team and it's breaking my heart. I don't know what that means. What dream team am I killing? And how is it breaking? I'm if anything, breaking them down to their smallest bits so that I can rebuild them in my image. That's what's supposed to happen.
Was there any other dream team besides Champ to Champ?
I don't think so, man. All I know is this. I'm a competitor. And anyone who stands in my way better get ready to compete.
Andy doesn't even invite you to play Fortnite, so I don't know.
No,
how you
it's
guys
annoying.
can
I have to hit him up every fucking time. Well, technically Kevin doesn't either. I was waiting for the invite all day yesterday, and Kevin didn't.
I was waiting for you to hit me up.
Kevin didn't hit me up.
Nick, I believe that as the current champ, your day is too busy to just be hit up by a fucking pleb like me.
You know what, Kevin?
I've never been champ.
You know what, Kevin?
Yeah.
You're right. You're 100% right. One day you'll be champ. You almost got champ. You got the Money in the Bank cat. Yeah. And then you challenged Tim and he beat you. That was great.
That was a good moment.
That was a great moment.
Comedic moment.
That was good.
Who's got the Money in the Bank cat right now?
No
Tim.
I thought Tim had it.
Oh, you're right.
I think he does.
Tim has the Money in the Bank cat.
DJ Kento rubs it in my face, says, Nick, I will play Fortnite with you anytime. Well, thanks, DJ. I appreciate that.
But that I feel like you are the hardest one to get online.
Oh, easily, yeah. Because I see the requests come through, and I'm watching Blue Bloods right now.
Dude, but shout out to Blue Bloods.
I'm just like, I'd rather just keep watching this show. Shout out to Blue Bloods. Seriously.
It's so good. You get...
It's not bad.
What are you pointing at?
You
Donnie Wahlberg.
The better Wahlberg, who can actually act.
You have
Donnie Wahlberg.
Tom Selleck.
Tom motherfucking Selleck, still good looking. Still
He's
great.
awesome.
Got taller somehow.
You have my boy, who used to be on the youngest brother.
I don't like him very much.
He used to be on the show called American Dreams.
Yeah.
And it was so good, and I love him to death.
He's not great, though, in it.
But I love him.
Here's my problem. He's not bad. It's just everyone else in the show is someone that I have
like a deep connection with.
Yeah, like Tom Selleck, I love. Donnie Wahlberg, obviously, as being a Wahlberg, I have a connection with him on that front because I think spiritually that I might be a Wahlberg as well.
Yeah.
I might be the lost Wahlberg.
There's a big case for that being made.
It's possible that I'm the lost Wahlberg. I know there's 3 of them, I think. And they started Wahlburgers without me because it could have been my pitch to them was make me a Wahlberg. Let me be a part of Wahlburgers. We'll call it Wahlburgers and balls. and it'll be my mom's meatball recipe along with the Wahlburgers. See, have you ever gone to here's my pitch. You ever been to a burger restaurant that also serves meatballs?
I mean, I can't off the top of my head think
Fucking
of a
because
restaurant.
they don't exist.
Yeah.
If you fucking steal that idea, DJ Kento, so help me God. If 2 years from now it's
help me
DJ
God, I will
Kento's
go
burgers
there
and
every day.
balls, I'm gonna sit Kevin on you.
Yeah.
He's gonna come at you
In
like
both a legal sense and a physical sense.
Lexi.
Wait.
What's up?
Did you watch all of Blue Bloods?
No, I'm like 3 episodes in. But the point I was going to make was the youngest brother. He's fine. He's an okay actor, but here's my problem with his casting is that everyone else is so fascinating. Like Wahlberg, Donnie's not a very great looking guy, but he's a good actor and his character is really well fleshed out. Bridget Moynihan. Is I think
She's the sister?
She's the sister. She's a good actor, but
She's so great.
Is great as the opposite of him. Tom Selleck obviously being the dad. Then you've got the grandpa who's like comedy relief.
So
it reminds
great.
me a lot of the grandpa
You
from
got
fucking
the
Frasier.
kiddos.
You got the kids, but then the youngest kid I just think is so generic. It's so bad. I
Did
feel
you
like
start
they
from the
miscast him.
beginning?
Yeah, very beginning.
Okay, there's more.
Okay, he needs to be. He's too pretty. He
He is
doesn't really
way too
have.
pretty.
He doesn't really have
Is
a
that why I
lot
love
going
him so
on
much, maybe?
for me. I can't really. He's
I
not.
like
He's
his-
not. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't have.
He doesn't have any like connection.
Yeah, what's the word I'm looking for? My brain's dead
Charisma.
today. No, he doesn't have any charisma either. But I'm saying I don't have it. I don't have like. It doesn't matter. No, I'm looking for the word where you're like you connect with someone.
You're not
What's
like
the-
invested in him?
Yeah, there's no connection I have there. He doesn't give me any reason to really kind of. He doesn't really bring much to the table. He's just kind of vanilla.
I like his storyline in the first like couple seasons.
And we'll see about that. Lexi Gunner asked a very important question. Nick, did you ever end up beating Far Cry 5? The answer is no. And I raised this question during the Let's Play. Do you know anyone that's beaten Far Cry 5? Because I don't.
No human being has.
No human being hasn't gotten that far because the game just meanders toward the end.
I hear the ending's supposed to be crazy.
Well, I'll never know.
Different
Maybe I'll go back to it
shit.
tonight.
It's not supposed to be that great.
Cool,
Really?
Greg.
Well, I heard.
Can I put in a request
Who's
from
telling
you?
me about it?
May I please have one butterscotch candy? Thank you.
Cool, Greg. Can you also get the fan to oscillate? Right now, it is cooling the ladder.
Cool, Greg. Can you bring a small fan and just point it at Greg's crotch? Thank you.
Also true.
It's supposed to circulate air in the room.
DJ Kento says,
the
point of
wall?
clarification, the
Yeah,
end of
that's
Far
how
Cry
air fucking
5
works,
is
guys.
terrible.
Someone was just telling me that there's like a choice or something, and it changes drastically based on what you do.
I've heard a lot of people say that they were disappointed and like kind of bummed that they finished it because I was like, I
The
could have
story-
just stopped
DJ
before.
Kento beating Far Cry 5 is a punishment.
Yeah,
Dude,
exactly.
it is, and I'll tell you why. Because the actual story elements, the way they're delivered to you, are just so bad, so bad. We were talking about this over, but like, have you played any of it?
Yeah.
Okay, so how far did you get? Did you get to the point where like every so often they're like, there's a call comes over the radio and you're clearly getting close to a boss
Yeah.
fight, and they're like, hey, by the way, watch out,
Don't do
they're
this
out for
thing.
you. Like you haven't been terrorizing this fucking group for like the last 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dumb. I don't like that at all. And then you have to end up skipping through all these nonsensical scenes. Because
Yeah.
you're like, I don't care about the storyline. I don't care about Faith. I don't care about this shit. Let me get back to blasting things and like riding planes.
Yeah, I didn't get.
It's so stupid.
I got to a point where I was like, I understand where this is going, and since I heard that the story wasn't as
Alex Krapp says the endings are
Limited.
both really bad. Yeah, that makes sense. Ignacio Rojas says, sup, champ. What's up? Greg, did you ever read Die, Die, Die by Kirkman?
I haven't yet. No, it's his new book he shadow dropped.
that's
Shadow
exciting.
Drop. That's some Beyonce shit right there, dog.
Beyonce.
That's why I said Queen Bee.
Did someone say Beyonce?
What's up? I retweeted someone's art of Queen Bee, and I was like, I want this on my wall.
Oh, she like painted the
Yeah,
Vogue
she
pictures.
painted the pictures.
They're very good.
beautifully done.
So good.
And she asked me at 300, says, Nick, did you hear about Christian Harloff's brother passing away? I saw that on Facebook. It's really, really sad.
Oh, that is sad.
Man.
Why do I know that name?
Harloff is one of the schmoes.
Schmodown.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you met him. Oh, you did. You met him when you were down there. He didn't host your show, though.
That's exciting.
Lexi Gunner says, don't waste your time, Nick. Nah, I know. It's one of those things where like I get to a point with all those longer games where this is why I don't often start the games that are that long, because I know I'm going to get to a point where I just lose steam on them.
Yeah.
And that's fine. You just move on to the next thing. Like right now, I'm currently becoming a pro at Mario Tennis Aces.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. I'm gonna
Can you
fuck
beat
up.
Andy yet?
Not yet, but my goal in life is to fucking beat him just one time
Just once.
so I can rub it in his stupid fucking Pomeranian face.
Whoa.
Did you
I don't care, man. I'm a competitor now.
see
I'm a champ.
the new Fortnite skins that got leaked that are like 80s aerobics?
So
They're
I have to buy those.
very dope. Will that be the first skin that you actually buy?
I already bought one.
You bought one?
Yeah, then maybe for this
Oh,
last
for
Let's
the-
Play, buy one, and
yeah.
I bought the not Cypher,
Joey, to be
Vortex
clear,
one.
Nobody made them, and some people were like, "This is bad. You haven't earned that."
Kevin said I haven't ordered it, and then I bought it, and Kevin was like, you know what? They're dope.
Yeah.
Vortex is cool.
They have the bunny ones in the store right now that are all of the like Easter ones, and they're very cute. And I very much want to buy one.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it was Beasley upset, right, that they're back. Like, what's
Yeah.
the point of holiday content if
But
they're
she
gonna,
just bought one of the
I know.
holiday ones.
She just bought the Valentine's
But-
Day. It is weird.
I know. It's a weird time to bring it back. They're 1,500 V-Bucks to buy one, and I have 1,450.
How close to the
V-Bucks.
next thing are you?
I'm like 4 levels away. I don't think
got
I can't
it.
get there in the next 6 hours.
You got it.
Will I just end up
God
buying
bless
it?
Lifesavers.
They're so good.
Told
Thank you,
You guys didn't want to believe me.
No, I was always Team Lifesavers, though I still am Team Butterscotch.
Coffee or cold brew in like a can or whatever. I'd love some of that, but no sweetener though.
Where's Cooler
I
going?
eat a fucking candy.
No.
I gotta get over here. I
fine.
gotta get friendly.
Nick and Greg, if Billy Crystal comes to the Kind of Funny offices, will he bongo Kevin?
Kevin, I think you have to get bongoed by Billy Crystal.
That's an opportunity you can't pass up.
But he has to do
So
it in
far,
this, "You
no
look
movement from Billy
fabulous."
Crystal's camp. We wait with bated breath.
It's what they call in warfare a classic stalemate, right? Where
I think it's the long con is what we call
I think
it.
he sees us, we see him. Neither of us want to make the first move. And what we
I
really
mean, we
need to do
already
is
made the first move.
neither of us want to make the first
He's
move.
right, he's
What
right.
we need to do is just get off our high horse, go over there, and give him a smooch.
We gotta go over to LA.
Little smooch.
You think he's probably in New York still? Where's Billy Crystal?
I have to imagine he lives in
I think it's
Kevin,
LA.
can I get a check on where Billy Crystal is at the
Kevin,
moment?
call Billy and ask him.
Can you just call his people? Get him to return.
Let's
Or
see.
heartfelt
Ignacio
Twitter
says,
message?
Nick, are you streaming the Red Dead reveal tomorrow? Just skip your morning breakfast at the dinner and go to the studio. You can miss the diner.
We are not.
Early bird
We
special.
will be
Red Dead.
discussing it on Kind of Funny Games Daily.
Yeah.
It's 11 a.m. Eastern.
No, to be fair, that was just a dig to call me an old fogey again. That was just a long con. Now, this is what the kids are doing out there, Greg.
listening.
They're out there trying to take a peg. They're trying to take me down a peg because I keep
Like
getting the
usual.
championship because my morning show is the new hot shit. You know.
People
'cause
throw rocks at things that shine.
They
you know?
they
Taylor
look
Swift. Taylor Swift.
they look at things that shine and they go, want to throw a rock at that. And then I just catch the rock and I throw it right back at their stupid faces. And Ignacio Rojas is totally getting timed out tomorrow on the morning show
Yeah.
for 1 minute and 69 seconds.
I'm telling you, we're sitting pretty with this Billy Crystal tweet because he
Technically
doesn't
2
tweet
minutes
often,
and 9 seconds.
Shut up.
right? But he doesn't tweet often.
Yeah.
He hasn't tweeted in 3 days.
It's a lot of retweeting.
Before then, he retweeted Bette Midler 5 days ago. So he's probably due to come on and check in and see what's going on, and then he's going to be like, bam, I see a bunch of activity. What is this? Kind of Funny wants me. Kevin from kindoffunny.com, what do you need?
I can't figure out where he lives.
Okay.
What?
Let's say New York. He seems like he's a New York guy. He's a Mets fan.
I would assume
They-
he has.
they made a lot
but
of the first
isn't he
movies
also
in
a
New York.
Lakers fan? Isn't he always at Laker games?
Yeah, but I feel like he's so classic New York with like When Harry Met Sally and all those movies that he did in New York.
So good.
City Slickers. He's from New York and that, right?
Also so good.
Miss Jasmine 300 says, Nick, what are your thoughts on stage morph in Smash Brothers? Sounds cool. That's where halfway through like one, like it'll morph into the next stage. Sounds awesome. Well, anything that they do in Smash Bros is great. You know why? Because I can choose to interact with it or not.
Kevin, can I get your help?
Yeah, dude.
In the chat, Mr. Yasman300 does say, has Greg seen Grant Gustin's Instagram response about the suit leak photos for The Flash? I've seen the response. I haven't seen the suit leak photos that ended up in body shaming that Grant Gustin responded to. Can you find me those photos?
What is it? What is this whole thing?
Sidebar. Pacific
Apparently-
Palisades is where Billy Crystal lived, which is LA.
Okay.
Okay, good. We're getting close. Apparently, some leaked set photos of him in the Flash suit went up, and people shamed him, I guess, for being too skinny. I'm
It's
not sure.
possible. You can't do that.
And then he put up a long response on Instagram that I just saw in the bathroom. And now I'm at a stalemate as to what exactly is going on.
So it's just like us with Billy Crystal.
Yes.
Stalemate.
You're right. No, you're right. You nailed it. You did
did.
nail it. I
did.
didn't fully understand.
Can you body shame someone for being too skinny? I guess you
Yes,
can.
you can. Yeah.
I guess you can.
Let me finish this lightsaber, and I'll read this.
Please do. How long is this going to take? You going to just bite into it? You
I don't want
fucking
to.
animal.
Are you
For
gonna-
people listening, he's doing the Portillo tongue thing. I want you to know that your wife.
God bless you, lightsabers.
Your wife left my nephew with me when we were in the Austin airport because
Yeah.
she wanted to go look for a big Fiji bottle, and I got to pup sit Portillo for
How'd
a
that feel
while.
for you?
It's great.
You can do it anytime you want.
I can't not pet him though. That's the problem.
So
Is that a
Kevin's
bad thing?
trying to find the photo, right, Kev?
Yep.
Oh, you found it?
No.
Oh, okay.
But we figured out, we have confirmed where Billy Crystal lives.
I'm going to read you Grant Gustin's response while Kevin continues finding.
How is it?
So here's the thing about the bullshit photo leak. It's a cool suit. That's a
this the
terrible
photo?
photo. What, Kevin?
I think this might be the photo.
That looks
That looks
super
like
fake.
CG.
No, that's
Yeah.
super fake. Yeah.
But isn't that what he's saying? All right, never mind then.
Well, no, I don't think that's that.
Here's the thing about the bullshit photo leak. It's a cool suit. That's a terrible photo that I was unaware is being taken, much less being posted. Some things need work and they will be worked on. We'll get there. As far as the body shaming, that's what pisses me off. Not even just for my sake. I've had 20 plus years of kids and adults telling me or my parents I was too thin. I've had my own journey of accepting it. But there's a double standard where it's okay to talk shit about a dude's body. I do my best to stay in shape and add as much size as I can throughout these seasons. I'm naturally thin, and my appetite is greatly affected by stress. Stress is something that ebbs and flows for me throughout a season. Thus, gaining weight is a challenge for me. I didn't cast a slim actor as the Flash. I went to an audition for a role I never dreamed I'd actually book. But here I am, 5 seasons later. I'm happy with my body and who I am, and the other kids who are built like me and thinner than me should be able to feel the same way. Not only that, but they should be able to feel like they could be the superhero on TV or film or whatever it may take, or whatever it may be someday. I love the suit that has been designed for me, and I think that when everyone sees it in its entirety, you will love it too. Things have been adjusted since the leaked shot was taken, and more things will continue to be adjusted until it feels right. No, still no sign of it though, Kev?
Is this the picture?
No, that's his normal suit, I think. It's hard to tell because they make small adjustments to the suit every so often.
Because that looks like a more traditional press-ish picture.
I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
that's not bad. He looks great in that.
All right, hold on.
Was he like?
Weird.
They're all fucking videos for whatever reason.
I mean, he looks. If that's the one, he looks fucking jacked in that.
No,
That's not it.
That's not real. No.
My eyes go.
So what's the word on Christopher Robin?
People say it looks terrible.
What are the reviews like?
IGN gave it a 4.9 out of 10. Just straight up said bad.
They straight up said bad.
It's just bad.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm deadly
No,
serious.
He's totally
I'm
serious.
being 100% serious with you. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I saw the IGN review. It was like, this movie is fucking. I think the headline was like, this movie's so depressing that Eeyore actually brings it up.
No.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Oh my God, that is horrible.
It's not great. Didn't they do another movie a while back about Christopher Robin or something like that, or Winnie the Pooh?
Oh, it's me, Christopher Robin.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was like the.
It was like Finding Neverland.
Yeah.
Kinda. Where
It's
about
on the
kid and
Virgin
his fucking. He's right in the fucking.
plane.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah.
wait,
Isn't that
you were on
about
the flight with
author?
us.
Yeah.
Did you realize new movies on Virgin now or on Alaska?
I watched
No,
them all.
no.
What a time to
I
be
didn't
alive.
Rampage,
that.
baby. Rampage. You can watch it finally in its best setting.
Kevin, one of those YouTube thumbnails, if you click in and jump to 130, you can see it. It's just
4.0.
it's just him staring ahead.
Which one of these?
Go down to
that's
that
it.
one in
It's
the middle.
dumb
New
looking.
Flash suit leaked. Yeah, there you go. And then
Bucket, bucket,
jump to
bucket,
130.
Not gonna lie.
There you go.
This?
Yeah.
Jesus
People are
Christ,
freaking
wow.
out about that. Shut up, everybody.
It doesn't look good.
I'm
It's not as
sick
cool
of
as the other
you
suit.
people shaming him for having a skinny neck. Let him be. He's Grant Gustin, goddammit.
Also,
Treasure.
Fucking, he looks great with this.
Helped
shirt.
us.
So,
Really like the suit too.
I
be
do
honest
too,
with
actually,
you.
right? The suit looks cool.
be honest with you, if I could be that skinny, I would fucking totally do it. He looks great. I think he looks great.
Yeah.
He's tall as fuck and skinny as fuck. He's
Yeah.
got like the perfect body. God
Yeah.
bless him.
Yeah. Oh, look who's back.
If people ever shame me for being too skinny, I would do nothing but take fucking shirtless pictures of myself and be like, deal with it, motherfuckers.
Ew, you'd be all lanky in the picture.
I would be. I wouldn't be lanky, Kevin, because I'm really short. I would be just me.
Gotta be me.
Rudy Ortiz says IGN's bullshit.
Whoa.
Mark Freeman brings a very, very good point to the table. I don't know. Do you guys realize we've accomplished something today?
What have we accomplished, Nick?
I don't know if you guys know this,
450
but
shows in
I
a
want
row.
to give no, something much more important than that. And as you guys know, we have had an ongoing war.
With Ignacio Rojas.
No, he's already lost because he's getting timed out every day.
Gotcha.
He's ridiculous. No, a long time ago, we decided to watch what I thought was a fun clip of Mr. Buckets.
Hold on
And,
one second. DJ Kento, stop tweeting him at Kevin, tweet him at me. Kevin doesn't know how to use Twitter. He's got those fat sausage fingers. He says that's not what we're, he says that's not it. Check your Twitter, Kevin. That's
Kevin,
what's
check
wrong.
your Twitter. While you're doing
Check your
that, I'm going to
Twitter,
go back
Kevin.
to this stupid joke. Today is we're free.
Yeah.
Today is our Independence Day.
Fuck the buck.
We've beat the buck.
It.
And I think in order to celebrate this, we should watch every Mr. Bucket clip we can find
Yeah.
Oh my
on
God.
this
Oh,
show.
we're back to being back to stream wherever we
if
want,
can
huh?
stream
Stream it
the
on
whole
our main channel.
down.
Yeah, let's see if we can just get.
Bucket. balls, come on.
Hey, be careful. I don't want them to
fucking.
fucking claim us again.
Well, remember when we got that
Those
Mr. Bucket
fucks.
in the back room, and we were like, "Oh, we're gonna do something with that Mr. Bucket," and then
just
did
sat on the
nothing. It's
desk.
just sat there forever.
What? He's got a six pack.
Well, this can't be what they're talking about, can it?
It
No,
was
I don't
great.
know. I'm just showing it now.
I mean, he's a good-looking dude right there. You know what I mean? Hey, how you doing, Grant? That's just the normal Flash cowl, though.
I always want them.
Oh,
Greg,
here, go to that top one. What is that one there? Oh, from DJ Kento. That's it. Yeah. Okay. And the next one is.
He has a dumb mask.
That looks like the same suit it always
No,
looks
he
like.
always looks like that. DJ Kento, you failed us for the last time. Ban yourself
I
for
don't
60
think it's
seconds.
DJ Kento's fault.
DJ Kento, we've had enough of your shit. You are perma-banned from tweeting at Kevin.
Click on this. What did we do here that was so great?
We're being awesome because we're us. Here comes some more stuff. Show it to the kids.
Hold on, it's muted.
Okay. I think you.
10 seconds.
I bet you can handle this. No, it's 6 views.
11 seconds.
I said I'm gonna. How wasn't clear about that? You're right.
Fucking punch him, dude.
It's true. It's true.
We got something going on
I thought
here.
you were gonna blow my nose. Was
Yeah.
your immediate response?
What are you going to do, Tim? You're missing the magic of the
I
morning show
love
if
it,
you're not
dude.
watching.
I
it.
love it.
Are you about to start?
No.
Can I ask you a
Still chilling.
question?
Yeah, please.
How many hours do you think you've dedicated in your life toward designing in your head a superhero mask that can actually legitimately be put on and off on camera and still look good?
Oh my God.
Doesn't it bother you
No.
when you see the one where you're like, that's clearly the one he's supposed to take off and it's not even
Yeah.
right? Like in Flash, where they had it
When it's hanging
where
like
back
when it's
here
like a
and
hoodie.
they have to cut away. You're like, no, and now they have it smartly, so it's like down
exactly.
here. And it's like,
I mean,
that's
it's
so-
whatever. We're suspending our disbelief, but yeah, it's a pain in the ass,
It's
right?
not, because
it
they
always
figured it
drives
out.
me crazy. Like in a fucking, I wish somebody would own it, because right, like in a Batman Returns,
Mm-hmm.
when he tears the cowl off and you cut back and you see he's got no black around
Yeah.
his eyes. It's like
Stupid.
just let him have black. And even in Batman v Superman,
Yeah.
Batman comes back and takes off the cowl, and then, like as he gets out, like it just pops off, which doesn't make any sense. And then he walks up there and he's just got normal Ben Affleck face. So I was like, fucking own it. Just have the black. You put black on your face.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
Like a
mean?
little raccoon.
Exactly.
It's true. That's what I like. That's why I thought
Is
they
that the
just,
raccoon noise?
Yeah, you never seen one of these fuckers out there?
they play fiddles.
That was more like a mandolin.
I don't know.
Damn it! I was gonna see how long we could get him to believe that that's how raccoons sound.
Yeah, well, he wouldn't know. He's never been out in
Fucking
nature.
idiot.
Are you coming in for the Red Dead thing? Is there?
I wasn't planning on it. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's a gameplay reveal. Cool. I think Games Daily is a
It'll
daily
cover it.
gaming product we can talk about there. But I mean, like, do you think there should be? No. Like,
I think it's fine,
yeah.
but I don't
Let everybody
know.
else do it. You know.
Yeah.
Well, let
Let them do the heavy lifting.
Let these old rope of dopes over at IGN.
fucking
You know what I mean?
rope-a-dopes.
Brian Altano come in with his baby, burp
Yeah,
it,
he's
and
like,
watch this thing.
Red Dead.
I'm so excited.
Who should do it
Baby.
is Jared Petty. Jared Petty should fucking be doing a live stream reveal of it and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do we do that? How do we get him to do it for us, but promote it to him that he's promoting his show
Tell him
and we
to
don't have
come
to
in.
do it?
Just tell him to
Just
come in.
tell him to
Yeah,
come
just
in.
tell him to use the studio.
That is true.
Is he? He's not. Yeah. But is he gonna? Does he have his own Twitch? Do we have to worry about that shit?
No, just tell him to use ours.
Kevin, you want to come back in at what time is that? I'm bad at math. 11 a.m. Eastern.
Kevin loves getting in here early, man. Every
That's
time I'm
8
here,
o'clock
Kevin's
in the
here.
morning.
9 a.m.
I actually think, and I'm starting to think,
You're right.
Tim, tell me if I'm wrong, but Kevin hates going home.
He does
That
hate
is true.
going home. It
That's
is
the problem.
very, very
Hey
true.
guys, jokes aside, coming to work this morning here was so fucking difficult.
Well, you had to come in at what? What time was that direct?
It started at 7.
He
So
rode his bike too.
So yeah, that's the thing is we got here. When I got here at like
Why did it start-
6:56.
This is my naivete. Why does it start so early in the morning?
Japan.
Japan
that
time.
doesn't even
What
make
time
sense
is it in
'cause
Japan?
It's 11 o'clock
11
their
o'clock
time.
there, dude.
11 p.m.
10 p.m.
Happy medium.
Eastern.
That's what they said.
That's
Happy
what he
medium.
said. He said it's a. I forgot exactly the quote, but he was just
He
like,
was like, "Hey, my eyes
Hey-
are gonna be red as fuck. I'm
about to be
stoned
high
on
as
my
all
ass."
shit.
I'm about to smoke that pipe.
y'all missed a fucking good direct. Though.
Yeah, tell me. I haven't heard your
Good
thoughts on it. I'm
Lord.
sure
Oh
we'll get
my
some of it.
God, 10 out of 10.
Yeah?
10 out of 10. They did such a good job.
You're happy
So
that you
many
can
new
save your
characters.
profile, right?
Yep.
So I signed in
so many
Belmont being a
quality of
character.
life
That's gonna be
things.
a lot of people are gonna love that.
Oh, yeah.
You must be loving that.
Yeah,
I should say.
it's awesome, man. They just made so many great decisions. It was such a fuck. You know how they did the trailer that was like everyone's here.
Yeah.
They went through the stages and they were just like, just adding hell of them. It's not all of them. It's so close at this point. There's only like 7 left, but there's 103 stages.
Love it.
And it showed like here's how many stages were in Smash 64 and Melee and Brawl and Wii U.
really
And it was
well
like
done, though.
6, 20, 32, 40, and then the little bar went up and it just kept going. And then it
funny.
like broke through the fucking top of the screen and just kept going up to 103.
That's
and then they
awesome.
did the same thing for music and they're like, Yeah, so Castlevania, that means there's going to be Castlevania music. There's going to be 34 Castlevania songs. And they kept going. There was over 900 songs in this fucking game. And it's like, y'all are motherfuckers.
So
who the fuck
now, of
does
course, we talked
that
about this on
licensing?
Games Daily today. Of course, you couldn't be bothered to be here because God
true.
forbid you came in early
Uh-huh.
and then you just had to go to the DMV.
You didn't even go to the DMV.
I did go.
Do you
Didn't
think
work.
this is the last Smash? Like somebody was.
This is, and I
I know you said this
this is
before.
some Kojima bullshit, but
Yeah.
I think this will be Sakurai's last Smash Brothers game.
Okay.
I do think if they do another Smash Brothers game, it's going to be
Different.
very different.
Okay, that's what I was saying too. That was my hypothesis on it being Ultimate, putting everybody in there, him killing himself for
They're
this game.
going all.
What is
in,
that? The official
man.
title?
Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Ultimate.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, try to
They
talk
announced
shit about
5
that.
Oh,
new characters
I
today.
can't. It's perfect. I mean, I've
All
played
your
I've played it
favorites,
now
like,
3 times
fucking-
or twice now, and it's fucking phenomenal.
The Monster Hunter.
Drives like a new Cadillac.
Monster
you know
Hunter
what I'm
monster
talking
in
about.
it.
Uh-huh.
That was weird.
They
lot
got
of speculation going
what's
on
the
about
fucking
that.
Donkey Kong guy?
King K. Rool.
Big old King K. Rool, everybody's favorite.
Hey man, my favorite. From the
They
Donkey Kong
got
franchise.
they got Clomp or something from Fire Emblem. What's his name?
Crom.
Clomp.
Crom.
Another
Crom.
Fire Emblem character, which is
Yeah.
interesting, but
Yeah.
whatever. It's an Echo character.
Castlevania.
Dark
though.
Samus.
You got the Belmonts. Yeah. Dark Samus.
2 Belmonts going on. Fucking dope. But what that means is we're probably going to get Ken from Street Fighter as well.
If we don't get Dracula,
Miss
I'm gonna be
Pac-Man.
pissed. Alucard.
He's in it as an assist trophy.
I want him to come out and be a character. I'm sorry.
So is
no
Shovel
buy.
Knight.
No buy. Did they announce if Dry Bones is playable yet?
They did not.
Is he an assist
looking
trophy?
unlikely. He's
Fuck.
not an assist trophy. But they did show the menu of the game, and it's finally clean and not just a bunch of random ass circles that don't make sense.
Cool.
And one of the things was like blurred out, and they're like, "But there's one more mode that we're not going to tell you about yet." And I'm like, "Oh man, if you're teasing shit like that, I think it's going to be a story mode."
I hope it's save for save, where you play people online and the loser's save gets deleted.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like pay
Cool,
slips.
but I'll tell you when we do a game, it's gonna be we delete your life.
Sure.
Use your bank
Put all
account's
your information
gone.
in there. Yeah.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you die once,
You're
all
dead.
of it's gone.
You're
Yeah.
dead.
You're dead. We come kill you.
2 cool modes that they added. One of them
Kevin said on your
is
face.
like Marvel vs. Capcom, where it's like you assemble a team of 5 characters. So it's 5-on-5, but you're just one person playing. And every time you die, your character switches
Yeah,
to
that's
someone
cool.
else. So that's cool. And then they
That's
did
kind of fun.
a mode. Well, there's stamina mode, which has always been there, which makes it more of like a traditional fighting game with like the health goes down instead of going up. And they're focusing on that a bit more. That seems cool. But the coolest thing is there's a mode where instead of there being a final smash ball, you have a charge meter at the bottom.
Oh, is that just a mode?
And yeah. And so then your characters like can get final smashes, but they're not as strong as they normally are.
Sounds a little bit like
Pretty
PlayStation
fucking
All Stars Battle Royale.
It
You know
does,
what I'm saying?
but
Sounds like
good.
some copycats up in this piece. Champ to champ.
Can't wait.
Kevin, before we get going, can you open the door?
It's really hot.
Very hot.
Yeah, it's surprisingly hot back here.
It just keeps getting hotter back here. You guys lied to us when you said you'd buy lights that didn't get hot. You lied to my fucking face.
No, these don't get hot.
Matt
It's that
Scarpino
we're
was
just
able
putting
to-
out a lot of heat.
Man
Us?
heat.
Man heat.
You're man heating it.
I love the man heat and the man meat. You know what I'm saying, Kev?
Buckets. Fucking fuck up your channel, Mr. Buckets.
I fucked up your channel.
We're about to get on the plane to come back here, and Nick looks at me. He's like, "I need some plain meat." He just stands up and walks over to Salt Lake.
Yeah, he
comes
told me
back
about
with
it.
just a
Yeah,
fucking
giant
bag
thing
of
that he
meat.
opened on the
on the
thing to
plane.
stink up the whole plane.
Fuck yeah.
Hate
Fuck
you.
yeah.
The guy next to me who took his shoes off on the plane flight home yesterday, which I could not get down with. He was just fucking eating nonstop.
Yeah, I saw this.
Ordered a
I
cheeseburger.
I chimed in on your poll on
Yeah,
Twitter
what'd you
where
say?
you were like, "Oh fuck no."
Yeah.
You can take your shoes off, but there has to be a grace period. You can't immediately get on the fucking plane and take your shoes off.
Got in, took him off. Then here's where it gets even worse.
Also, if the plane ride is any less than 2 hours, your shoes stay on.
It was a 5-hour flight and we were delayed, so it actually went up to more like 6.5.
That's almost acceptable. But unless he has stinky feet, in which case, if
I think
you
he
do-
kinda did,
If
but
you
you know
have
me, I
stinky
can't tell.
feet,
It's
put the shoes on,
psychological.
jump out of the fucking window.
sure, but here's what I'll give you one more. All right,
psychological.
First off, it's just gross
With
that he takes
Greg.
his shoes off and puts
You want
his
to
feet
start
on the
the show? I
carpet.
feel like this is a fun.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Game Over Greggy show. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the producer/seducer, Nick Scarpino.
Do you see a future where we do this show where it's just a room all of mattresses and we get to lay down while we do it?
No, because we won't. We will fall asleep.
Dude, I want us to do a bedtime game over Greggy.
I'll definitely.
Let's do a pajama jammy jam. We'll do an overnight.
A pajama jammy jam.
Yeah.
Just do it at Extra Life.
good.
At Extra Life.
I love
Put out a
that.
bunch, and then
No,
the
'cause then
challenge
we
will be
fall
who's the last
asleep,
one.
guys.
Who's the last one to fall asleep?
Me and Kevin are immediately
Then
falling
we'll
asleep in each
stop
other's
raising
arms.
money.
No, the kids will love it. They'll give us money based on how much we sleep, Kev.
How good was the documentary made?
Documentary was
how
real
much
good.
we
Not enough
sleep.
you watched it. YouTube.com/kindafunny. Over here, Mr. Baby Blues himself.
It's true.
At Tim Gettys.
What's Tim Post?
How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
I want to hear about your DMV story. So
It's not an exciting story.
To bring you up to speed, I'm flying back from Detroit, Rock City last night.
Yeah, dude.
Get on this fucking thing. As soon as we get on, dude sits down next to me. Actually, not even as soon as we get on, actually. I lie. I get on. He's already sitting there. I'm like, oh, that's my seat. I get in. I sit down. He sits back down. As soon as I'm in, we don't have the guy in the window seat. They've already done hey, it's a full fucking flight.
Right.
Also, by the way, we are living a meme right here, as Bernie was like, if you have airplane trouble, don't tweet about it. Talk about it. Get your own podcast like the rest of us. He sits back down and just takes off his shoes. And he's wearing dress socks, but he takes off his shoes. And I'm like, I don't like this, but am I wrong? I started to tweet about it, and then I was like,
Right.
wait, no, am I wrong? And I made the poll about it, where universally people are like, no, fuck that. Although there were a lot of interesting caveats people wanted to put on. How long is the flight? Is he wearing socks? Do his feet smell? I think that's all superfluous information. We're in fucking public. Don't take your fucking shoes off. That's weird. You're not in your living room, and I don't like to think
agree.
about my backpack being down there. I don't like to think about your dirty ass feet all over
You're
the
crazy.
My comfort level is if the flight is a long flight, you wait until you get up in the air, you wait until you settle out.
Yeah.
Basically, when the seatbelt sign, when you can get up to go to the bathroom, that's let's get comfortable time.
Yeah.
If you're,
My big thing is you take your shoes off, you start getting comfortable. What happens when you have to deplane? 'Cause
What
you always
about-
have to deplane?
yeah, what
Then
about
you gotta put your shoes
fucking
back on? No one wants that.
Window guy still has to come through. You know
Oh
what
yeah,
I mean?
what, window guy gonna step on your shoes, gonna roll a fucking ankle?
Here's Kevin, do you want to chime in now? You had something to say. right?
yeah, I was just saying,
Kevin Coelho, kindoffunny.com press pool.
I take off my shoes often. Usually, if the flight is longer than an hour. All right, and if it's a 5-hour flight, those puppies coming off right away, right away.
Okay.
All right, I don't have smelly feet.
Okay.
All right, that's number one.
Sure.
Number two.
I like how he paused because he knew
has
I
no
was
number
going to
two.
say something.
yeah,
he has
say,
stinky feet.
something.
I'm not going
Fucking
wet
say
feet?
something.
He's
I'll
all
fucking hold you down
Everyone
right now on the
knows.
He's a
floor.
smell amplifier.
He is.
Is that what it is?
Not
When
a
the feet
smelly
come out,
person.
all of a sudden it
Smell
smells like feet.
amplifier.
His feet smell like
Smell my
muffins. Everyone
armpits
else's
right now,
feet start
guys.
smelling bad.
I believe you.
Does it smell bad?
Probably not.
It doesn't.
I take mine off every once in a while. I would say maybe 1 out of 10 flights.
Here's where I want your opinion. Well, first off, shout out to people who responded that, yeah, I take mine off and put on slippers. They pack slippers for the flight.
See,
And I
house
was like,
slippers are fantastic.
that's a baller idea. All right.
that's not-
But try this one on for size. Just try this on for size, right?
Why does that make you feel better?
Because then
It's
at least
comfortable.
they've thought it through. They're not just going to be fucking savages like I'm sitting in their fucking living room.
Do you know how dirty that fucking plane is anyway?
I don't like to think about
disgusting.
it.
You know how many
Who
people
gives a
peed
shit?
on that floor? Probably.
Here's what all right, so thank you. You're following me on this one
Probably
then.
not.
So
Yeah,
what
you gotta
this
go to the
guy
bathroom
does
at some
is
point.
he eventually gets up
Oh,
before we
no.
even leave and walks back there. Not into the bathroom,
no.
but walks back into the galley and is
Yeah.
talking to the fucking
Yeah,
flight
there's
attendant and
lots of
comes
pee-pee
back.
and caca on
I'm
that
like,
floor.
what are you doing, man? What are you fucking
cares?
doing?
You guys are crazy.
And then
guys are
both him and the guy
crazy.
over here fucking watching a United private screen and bullshit on their phones. Bring an iPad. Fucking think it through.
Honestly,
If
this
you're
is where
so
I-
this was your grand
This is where I
plan.
disagree with you because I actually
5.5
I just
hours
watched
on
it
this plane. You're gonna stare at your. You're gonna watch guys watching Thor Ragnarok on his iPhone. Not even X. Watching his iPhone SG, whatever the fuck.
It's one of those things where the next time I do a United flight,
Lay it on me.
I might borrow one of the Ghostbuster World pop sockets that we have.
Sure.
Slap it on my phone so I can hang my phone in front of me. I actually like the United app. I actually like that you can go through and pick all your things yourself because it alleviates a little bit of the stress that I always have on the Alaska flights when that stupid touchscreen with the fucking glass in front of it doesn't really work that well and it's fuzzy as shit anyway. Like my iPhone's way better than any screen that's going to be in the back of that plane.
Next time I'm on a United flight, I might fucking get up and open the door and suck myself out. All right?
Maybe.
'Cause
Who the fuck
I'll
knows,
tell you
dude?
what. Again, I was
Every time.
Wait, we talked about this on the morning
Yeah.
show, didn't we?
No,
I'm
no.
not even getting into
It
how
was
much I
like-
didn't like the seats. Yeah, we talked about that.
You
right?
talk about who gives a fuck? The people that watch this show do not watch the morning show.
Just saying,
Fact.
they were uncomfortable
Fact.
seats.
Totally
they were
different
small.
audience.
I missed
Except for DJ
Virgin
Kento,
America
Lex
/
Gunner.
You had
Alaska.
your shoes on.
I missed
Sure,
fucking
yes, everyone.
Delta from
Ignacio
the flight
Rojas.
before. Joey Noah, you came in
Pretty much
here.
everyone
You
in
asked him to
chat right
chime
now.
in. Are you a
Watching.
person
I know
of
you guys all
fucking
watch morning show. I
sanity?
love you very much.
Shut up! I am
Lexi Gunner, what
talking.
up? All right.
Right now, people are driving. They can't hear me.
No, you should not take off your shoes.
Thank
for
you, Joey.
courtesy
Is
of
Joey's mic
everybody
up,
else.
Kevin?
It's yeah.
B.
Oh my God, I love you. Can I
The
have more
stream in
ice
the other room cut out. Did he go to the bathroom without putting his shoes back on?
He went all the way back there, but did not go into the bathroom.
I've went in the bathroom without my shoes on.
Jesus.
What?
Because you're gonna get
That
pee-pee and
is a piece
poo-poo.
of shit. Like that, when I go to the bathroom in anyone's house, if I'm staying at their house, my shoes are off, my socks are on. Like you guys are
That's
acting
But you
Yeah.
don't
out.
Bathroom.
have millions of
You
people
don't,
going back
literally,
and
do
forth.
you know how many people shit in a plane every day? Fact. 1 million people.
1 million people
1
shit.
million people shit.
Man,
I don't know. Those
yeah.
bathrooms are disgusting.
Maybe I shouldn't be putting my sock in my mouth. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I know. You probably shouldn't lick the bottom of your feet
Yeah.
either, just as a general rule. To me,
So
it's,
hold on, time out 1 second. Question back to you then about
Yeah.
this whole thing. Do you, when you come home, leave your shoes on, or do you take them off at the door?
I leave them
oh,
on.
I always take my shoes off.
Taking off is usually
The
standard.
protocol?
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you have guests, are you like, hey, can you take off your shoes?
I prefer it, but Kevin just fights back. And
That's
it
not
just
true. I
makes it
take off my shoe at
complicated.
your house.
Well, sometimes Kevin has those amazing like
shit.
mid '90s
I hate it
Doc
when-
Martens on,
Let me-
and they're really hard to take off.
Let me put it this way:
Tommy.
with 90%
Tim.
of the women that
Tim.
I've flown with, take their shoes off on planes. That just happens.
Gia?
Like
Gia Tab
when-
Harris?
I can't remember
I
her
don't
doing
think she
it.
doesn't. I've sat next
I
to her on
guarantee
flights
she
before.
would. I guarantee she would. There's not a doubt in my mind. But my thing is, you guys are freaking out
Call her
about
out.
like wearing
Call her up
socks
right now.
Wearing fucking socks in the bathroom or whatever. These nasty ass girls walking around with their flip flops on.
Yeah.
Outside in these New York streets
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
Y'all fucking nasty.
Oh, that's
Joey.
gross. Wait, with flip
I don't
flops?
know. I wear flip flops to the pool.
Okay.
Now,
That's not
flip-flops.
You're like the 1% then. Because
flip-flops.
don't
When I
trust
lived
this
in Southern
shit.
California,
you're
I guess
nasty
I
too.
did.
Why am I nasty?
Anyone that wears flip flops is nasty.
Why is that nasty?
Because your fucking feet are just getting in all this nasty ass dirt.
But your foot's
My
not
shoes-
touching-
in the
My
dirt,
shoes
though.
get dirty.
Do you know how flip flops
that.
work?
Hello.
Hey, Gia, it's Greg. You're on the Game Over Greggy
dope,
show.
man.
Greg Miller, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Hey, would you take your shoes off on a plane? Do you?
I might. Yeah.
As a general
But
rule,
do
though,
you?
does she?
Yeah, as a general rule, Nick Scarpino has.
I have a follow-up.
Okay, hold on. I'm just going to pass you off to Nick, who conservatively could be your friend.
Okay.
Gia, can I ask you a question? This is a follow-up question to the other one, except it has nothing to do with it. Are we best friends because of this trip? Did we become really good friends on this trip?
We're definitely getting there. Yeah, for sure. I'm feeling good about it.
It's positive, but
Get
it's
the
not,
shoe. Get the shoe answer.
It's not as
Hey,
positive as I
Nick,
was hoping it would be.
ask her if I take off my shoes when I go to her house.
Does
My
Kevin?
husband's-
Oh, this is a
Yeah,
bit
go
more
ahead.
important question. When Kevin Coelho comes over to your house, does he take his shoes off at the front door?
What?
Like when he comes in, does he immediately
No,
take
you
his
take
shoes
your
off,
shoes off at
or
the
does
stairs.
he put his feet on your couch like he does here?
I've never noticed him barefooted in our home. I feel like mostly shoes stay on.
Not looking
No.
good, Kevin. Not looking good.
That's such bullshit.
So
They're
let me ask you
such
this question.
liars.
I'm going to paint a picture for you, Gia. You're on a plane ride. It's a 5-hour plane ride over to New York. At what point do you think to yourself, I might take my shoes off for comfort? Like, and here are your answers. Never, 1 hour in, always.
Well, so here's the thing. I'm, as you know, sort of on the petite side, so I can.
You're not big.
I'm not big. So
Me and Greg put you in
I
our pockets, carry you around.
Exactly, and so I can really cuddle up on an airplane seat, like middle seat, aisle seat, whatever. I can sit cross-legged.
God, I wish.
So there have been long flights where I've gone shoeless.
But as a general rule, you don't look forward to that time where you're like, I'm going to take my shoe off. Like, you're not counting down the time with doors closed, shoes off, right?
No, absolutely not.
Thank you, Gia. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
One day,
you.
we're going to work toward our friendship. We're going to be best friends one day, conservatively. Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I hope so.
Greg, do you have any other follow-up questions?
No, that's it. Thank
The
you,
defense
Gia.
rests. The defense
Take care.
rests.
I don't really know what we proved with that phone call.
Halfway through, I just reminded myself how much I like talking to Gia.
I just feel like that's just I couldn't fathom taking my shoes off on a plane. It's not somebody's living room, and that's the thing, I guess.
International flights, I absolutely take my shoes off. At a certain point, you just go because your feet just start hurting because of the pressure of being up
No,
there
that
for so
just
long.
has never
Just
happened
take
to
them
me.
off,
Maybe it's
man.
because Converse are the perfect shoe.
Have you ever laid your head against the side of the plane, Greg?
Yes, I have.
I rest my case.
Have you ever touched the seat of the plane with your head? Because no one's cleaning those fucking things off. Nothing's clean on that
Nothing
plane.
is fucking clean.
But-
We've seen these people clean. They don't. They just kind of walk in with their shiny little vests.
They do the thing that I imagine you do when you clean, where you just kind of
Absolutely.
move shit around. And
Yeah,
then like,
it's like, I'm
when I
doing
used-
something.
When I used to live with Tyra,
They make sure
he
there's
would just-
puke bags in
Yeah.
every fucking thing. That's all
Even
I
they
gotta
do. You know what I find disgusting when you look in the seat,
Oh, I hate that. I
and
don't
there's
wanna think
someone
that.
else's trash in
Yeah,
there.
no, I
And
don't
I'm like, you couldn't
that.
even fucking give
No,
me the
dude.
illusion of cleanliness in this goddamn plane.
no.
It's disgusting. And then I go, like, every once in a while, I'll order something to eat, and I'll start eating it and realize I haven't washed my hands yet.
Yeah,
But shout out to
yeah.
Alaska because they have the best smelling soap out of any airline on there. It's like a pepperminty soap.
It's straight from Alaska.
Fantastic. Oh my god, it's great.
Damn.
It's great.
That's how you know. That's how
Yo,
you know.
shout out to Alaska's new little scarves.
Oh, they're cute.
You notice this?
Yeah.
I like them. They're like a nice blue-green gradient. There's a lot of big kind of funny games daily vibe going on. Fucking
I
into it.
hear the person that designed them, huge Games Daily fan.
Yeah.
Pierre Jean Games.
Yes.
Is his name.
Oh,
Pierre
damn.
Jean Games. Wow.
Jean Games,
Is he
yeah.
like it because Games is in his last
Well,
name?
he,
and
like,
the
he
title?
just likes games. He changed his name to Games.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know?
That's a
Wow.
whole process.
It's
What's
like
Pierre sound like?
David
City Hall.
Copperpot.
What? Oh, because he liked pot
Copperfield.
so much.
Yeah.
Well,
Who's
he
the
didn't like
magician?
them, so he had to change it.
Copperfield.
Yeah,
David
he likes steals and
Copperfield.
copper, so he's just
Yeah.
like, fuck it, let's get out there.
Sure.
You gonna ask me a question about PSX?
No, what?
What were you gonna say? I think
no.
it's PSX. I was
Pierre,
like-
Pierre.
Oh,
It
Pierre.
sounded like we were on the
Games.
verge of another split
cover.
personality for you for
Oh,
what you've been working on here.
No, I would have to work with your wife to nail a French accent. So I gotta spend more time with Jen.
I don't know if I'll allow that. All right.
You know, I was
You're
telling
already
you
best
off
friends
camera,
with Gia. Why do you want to go be friends
Well, I
with
want to
her?
be friends with everyone. I'm a friendly guy. I was puppy sitting Portillo in the Austin airport when Jen went to get a big bottle of Fiji.
So for 5 minutes, you sat next to Portillo to make sure he didn't jump out of his bag.
I don't understand
trying
what
the
your
whole
big
time.
criticism with this dog is. He was perfectly lovely.
What do you mean? My
He
criticism.
didn't
I
do
love
anything
him.
wrong. He just sat there and looked at me, and I pet him the entire time.
Yeah, that's all you need to do for him.
But I also want somehow, and follow me on this,
I'm on it.
we make a life-size crate. That's what Kevin goes in every once in a while. And he mashes his head against the thing when he wants out, just like Portillo does.
Dude, Portillo looks
Kev, are you down
so
for that?
comfortable, but in the least
good.
comfortable positions.
Oh, where
It's
he like hangs his
he'll
head
hang
out of that
himself
bag like he's
on
choking
the thing. He's
himself.
like,
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you doing that?
There are plenty of times in bed he'll have his head like shoved into a pillow or underneath the covers in a way that you can hear him struggling to breathe. You
Yeah.
have to be like, no, we're gonna move this. Like you're like you're like, all right, no, like you're cutting off all the blood flow to your brain right now.
We had a great moment in the Austin airport. We got through. First off, I had the most Nick moment that you've ever seen. Where we're all tired at this point.
Sure.
Like we did the panel in the morning. It was fantastic, but the panel, I was like, that's all I got energy for. Shout out to Uncle Julio's. We went to that, brought me back a little
out to
bit.
Uncle Julio's.
We get through the security and they pull my bag and I'm like, oh Christ. Right? I see it happen. I'm like, just relax. Like, and this very nice looking young lady pulls it. I'm like, don't give her shit. Just get through this. Whatever's in your bag that they saw, because I thought it was my toiletries, right? Little did I forget. Championship. She's like, do you have some sort of like plate or metal thing in your bag? And I was like, well, let me tell you, I'm the kind of funny world champion. I didn't have it. I lost it on Thursday. I brought it back. And she's like,
Nick
let me
went
stop
full
you.
in.
I went in and she's like, I got to put this through the metal detector. And I was like, I need you to put it through.
Yeah, can I take
And I'm
a
like, can I take a
picture?
picture of it? This is hilarious. I'm like, I'm make a big thing out of this.
Through the
Oh
X-ray.
yeah, I came through the X-ray and I got it right
Oh,
as
shit,
it's coming
really? I
out.
didn't see this.
Oh yeah, it was on my Instagram. So I had fun with that. No, I didn't get the actual shot of the X-ray. I couldn't see it.
Oh yeah,
No,
you
it
got
was
it coming
just
out.
as it's
Yeah, I
coming
saw
out.
that. I saw
Oh,
that. I
see,
thought you
I
went
wish
around
were
the
there.
corner
That
and
would've
got
been-
it like
put
on
through
the
again. I
camera.
need you to take a picture of this on my phone.
Yeah.
Bring it in. So it's
TSA's like, yeah, fine. Also, that
what
gun
was
looks
funny
good.
about it is
Yeah.
then it comes through and Nick gets it, and all the TSA agents that the like extra useless ones that just kind of stand around there,
The minglers, the
Yeah,
grazers.
yeah, the ones where it's like when they call hands, they're supposed to go, but they never,
They never
actually
do. They're having a
fucking go.
conversation at the end of the belt.
They're having a conversation. There's like, what's that? Is he a wrestler?
Yeah.
And I was just
I told
like,
them all.
Jesus Christ! Like
I
they
did that-
literally
I did
think
that
Nick
thing-
is a fucking not only a wrestler, a
He is?
champion.
A championship.
It's true. Both these are true.
I had that moment where there was a guy. There's always the guy.
guy.
Always the fucking
Mike.
TSA agent who has to sit there and annoy everyone by repeating no waters,
Yeah.
no snacks, no nothing. And he gets to me now. I put my bag up there first, big bag up there first, push it through, right? Get out 3, not 1, not 2, 3 bins. Okay. Put my backpack down. He sees the 3 bins, right? I start putting all my stuff in one, yada, yada, yada. He waits until I reach in my bag and he goes, no, you got to take all your electronics out of that. And I'm like, what do you think the other 2 fucking bins are for? Do you understand me? And then I'm like, he doesn't know who I am. Maybe he I look like a normal human being, like a civilian.
He doesn't
but
understand
I am,
you're
I'm
a champ.
I look like a civilian, but
No,
little do they know.
That's the problem. Is I
Just leave
wish
me alone, you
I
fuck.
wish And I should preface this. I wish when I was a normie like yourself, before I had TSA pre-check, I didn't have to worry about any of this shit.
Well, I'm getting it.
But when I was
fucking getting
steerage,
it.
when I was one of the many rats like yourself, scuttling around trying to avoid the trap, you know what I mean?
Oh, I know.
I would also get mad at the no liquids, 3 ounce, no, and they're all mad and grumpy. You're like, man, just shut up. We get it. But the amount of times I'd be in front of or behind someone and be like, what do you mean I can't have this giant bottle of water? Like, when the last time you fucking flew? Well, I have to take my shoes off? Like,
Yeah, people get pissed.
yeah, you also can't bring your box cutter on. What are you fucking talking about?
I'll say this though.
Do you not remember 9/11?
As a person-
we said we'd never forget.
We let 'em win.
And every day we forget more.
Yeah, the terrorist one. I'll say this though. Going there.
Going to Austin.
Nah, I love Tim Gettys.
He's something.
And I would say 99% of the time,
I'm not
he's
gonna
the
touch
most.
you, but this is like me
Yeah,
comforting
let him
touching
touch
you.
Yeah.
No,
He's the most
no.
easygoing person I've ever met in my entire life. But he has
We're wearing
had,
him down on that for
maybe
sure.
in the last 6 months, 1 or 2 choice moments of rage. And man, let me tell you, fucking going through SFO, he was not having it.
What happened? What
to the
happened?
point where he was like, I'm TSA,
as
Gia's
always.
not. And he just looked at me and he goes, Nick, she's yours now. And like he boned it like outside. He's like, I'm never going through the normal line ever again.
Yeah,
never. I can't even remember why you got mad.
It was a bunch of things.
It's just you got hands or something like that.
Well, the first going there, I was like, Gia, I guess I'll stay with you because she didn't get the TSA.
and there wasn't
thing.
much of a line, really.
There was enough. But like having to go through, and I was like, I know they're gonna fucking get me on this shit. And they got me on the shit. Both my bags had to be searched. They had to check my phone. They had to like do all the stuff. I'm like, this is just, I hate you. If I was just over in that line, they'd be like feeding me freaking LaCroix. They would just be like, come through, we love you.
When I come
You're
through
this
TSA
person.
pre now, they do give me a chocolate and say thank you for being.
Now
But
here's
it was on the
thing.
way back that I was like,
Yeah, you're like, I'm
but
not
I was
doing
like,
this.
she's yours.
Me and Gia just
Were
had
you
a
too
long time out.
exhausted?
I'm not fucking like I don't have the energy to
But isn't
fucking
it
be upset at these people.
Hilarious that and this shows the fucking sham that is the airport security is that if you went through the other line, they would have done none of that to you. And that all that proves is it's all just a fucking money.
It's all fucking
It's just a
shit,
money
too.
grab.
What are you talking
It's
about? They
all
got
a
my
bullshit money
fingerprints. I'm
grab.
safe now.
Yeah.
I'm
But
safe.
why don't they have us like they can't tell that Tim's not that fucking guy? I don't understand.
Now,
It's
if
all,
you
all
want to know
stupid.
how bad the security is, right?
Yeah.
You want to know how bad TSA pre-check is?
you snuck through a fucking knife again?
I snuck through something even more deadly than a knife.
Weed?
A little bottle of Tabasco sauce.
Oh
that at
my
any point,
God,
I haven't
I
given it
tell
to
you right now.
Joey. At any point, I could have walked up to the pilots and been like, hey, big fan. Ah! And then I'm
Right.
like, you know what? We're doing a barrel roll.
I thought for a second, I thought you were gonna go. You blind him, smash, little mini knife.
Oh, yeah.
Should've
Yeah. Very little.
I stabbed the other eye because
I got to get it right in the vein.
right in the fucking vein.
Yeah, yeah.
Sharp and spicy.
There's some comedian
good.
who had a bit after 9/11, but before we got to the stupid 3 ounce of liquid thing, where he was flying next to a guy who was like, "No one's taking this plane." He had a giant bottle of Tabasco sauce. Like that was his solution.
That was
if someone
the solution?
just
I
get
mean,
him
that
out.
shit does hurt when it gets in your eye.
Sure, but it's
not
a,
enough
it's
to
a big
probably
shot. That's a
stop
big
you from
shot,
shooting
right?
someone. Yeah,
I feel like it's this, and I knock the sauce out of the air.
yeah.
So on the way there, when we were at
Sauce coming
SFO
out.
going in, and I had to stay in the normie line.
Yeah.
There's the little X-ray fucking
Backscatter machine, they call
yeah,
it.
the backscatter
The
machine.
thing that most assuredly is giving all of us pancreatic cancer.
And then there's the other one next to it that's just like the normal metal detector
Yeah,
thing,
which
that's
I
like
always
the
prefer
TSA
going
lane.
for.
From Logan.
Yes, exactly.
I don't think it was in that one, but yeah,
Days of
whatever.
Future
Yeah.
Past.
And the one before then, Wolverine.
So I'm like, whatever. I'll be with Nick and Gia, I guess, and I have to wait. and do
Fucking
stuff.
terrible, no
And I
way.
ask the people, like, do I have to take my shoes off on TSA? And usually they're like, no, it's fine. This one he goes, no, it's only for the TSA lane. And I look directly next to me where it says TSA lane, and I'm like, he goes, no, you got to go through this one. I'm like, all right.
It's
The
all
rules make no sense.
stupid.
You
and
gotta just
arbitrary.
give up on your
And it's not
normie
keeping anyone
friends.
safe.
You know what I mean?
Trust me, I told him. I mean, I had my breakdown. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Trust me, I understand that it's hard. I've never felt more in line with the queen of the hive. You know what I mean? When you see these queen ants just sitting there,
Yeah.
fucking being fanned
yeah.
and shit, and I'm sure they look out every day and they're like, oof, I would love to come help you mindless drone ants that
you're
are being
idiots.
squashed and tortured
care
around
about
the
you.
world. But I'm the queen and I got to do what I got
I'm
to
better
do.
than you.
Yes, queen is where it's from.
Here's what I'm saying. You know how I'm a late adopter of things.
Yeah.
You know how for the longest time I was like, no movie pass, and you're like, Nick, why don't you get movie pass? All of your excuses for not getting movie pass make no logical sense.
None.
And I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
TSA is not that for me. The pre-check thing, I want to get global entry. I just keep forgetting about doing it because I block out the pain of the airport right after I leave it. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, thank God that's over. I never want to think about that again.
The good news about it, Nick, is that it's a lot easier than you think. There's less steps involved.
I know I got to go for the interview.
But all you got to do, the step one is just go to the website and just hit get appointment. You're not going to be able to get one for like 3 months.
Okay.
So then it's just, you don't need to think about it. And then one day it'll just happen.
Okay. I love it. And then how much is it per year for, do you guys have global or do you have TSA?
I have global.
I have global and it comes with my credit
Global's
card.
better, right?
It's multiple years. Yeah. It gives you
Cool.
free shipping.
5
TSA
years.
is 85 for 5 years.
But global's what, like 100 for
And you
3
get
or
both.
Yeah.
5?
I'm
I don't
in,
know.
man. I'm fucking in.
Hell
Do
yeah,
it, man.
And I'll tell you why,
It's a good
because you
deal.
know what it is. They have that global line when you come back from international trips when you're groggy as fuck.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't
Yeah,
that correct?
that's true.
Yeah, and
You're
that's
right.
the
You're
one I
right.
really want. I don't care so much about these. It's after a 9-hour flight, and I'm just like, I don't want to fucking. Because I'll tell you this, people, if you're watching in other countries, your customs agents are perfectly lovely compared to the United States customs agents. All the U.S. customs agents I have, I can't make them laugh for the fucking life of me. They are not breaking a smile.
Do we have a
They're not
best
having
friend who works in
anything.
Montreal? Get him next time.
As a Canadian? He's a Canadian that works in Montreal?
Well,
is
in
he works
Montreal,
in the
you
US?
do U.S. customs before you come back.
Yeah.
So you
I want
do them
him.
there at the border.
Because I'm not saying that the customs agents here are bad. They're just not human. They're just terminators. And I don't want to deal with that.
I get it.
Because, I'm a very paranoid person. I can't break the law. And in my brain, it's one of those things where they start asking me questions. I start panicking.
Yeah.
I have nothing to hide, but I start panicking. Do I have any fruit on me? Did I interact with some sort of livestock? I don't know. I can't remember. I pet a camel once. I forgot to tell. I don't know. I start panicking. They see the sweat. They shoot me in the head.
Damn, dude. Those Montreal people are crazy.
That's not how you shoot. That's, you want your eyes on the thing you're
'cause of
shooting.
blood gets in your eyes. You can't keep shooting.
Yeah, okay, but again, right now, if you're a listener at home, Nick's shooting with his right hand,
Sideways.
covering his face with his left, but keeping his fingers spread so he can see through the slats. It's still gonna get you.
Try it.
The blood. I'm gonna spit. Your eyes getting wet right now. Like,
No, just my forearm because I haven't. This is the fucking defense.
I don't think you can move fast. You just wiped my spit out of your eye. Like, yeah. If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Game Over Greggy show each and every week.
I love
4,
these.
sometimes 3 best friends gather on this table, each bringing a random topic discussion for your amusement. If you like that, head over to patreon.com/kindafunny where you can get each and every episode early. See, we post it weekly. Every Friday is one big podcast and on youtube.com/kindafunny. But if you wanted it a full week early, you can go to patreon.com/kindafunny. Get it as a live broadcast for the pre and post show. Get it as an MP3. Get it as a video that includes the pre and post show. That's no longer live because that's not how video on demand works. But if you have no bucks, stars away. youtube.com/kindafunny podcast service around the globe. Thank you for your support. Like, subscribe, share, all that jazz. If you enjoy what we've been doing, go to Patreon. Fucking punch that bell. You see the P.O. box? Send us fan mails there. If you see Kevin on the street, whip donuts at him.
I saw a funny YouTube video yesterday by one of our boys from Moving Mind Studios.
Oh,
Remember that?
I haven't-
Ryan George.
God,
who now
I haven't heard of
What's
them
he working? He's
forever.
working
works at Screen Rant.
Yeah. Good for him.
Kick-ass job.
Do they
over
still
there.
do
Funny as
Moving
fuck.
Mind stuff, or is that over with?
Not really,
Okay.
but yeah. But anyways, he's kicking ass over there, and he made a video that is it was a Twitter video. Actually,
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air,
that,
season 4.
like went viral. It had like 3,000 retweets or some shit. But it was what if movies ended like YouTube videos? It was pretty fun.
I saw that get shared yesterday. Yeah.
Has,
Where it was the
George?
end of Star Wars Force Awakens. Is that it?
Star Trek. It was the end of Star Trek, and it was like, "Hey, what's up, guys? I'm J.J. Abrams. Hope you liked the video. If you did, check out more of my movies and blah 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 blah
That's
blah for
funny.
some behind the
That's
scenes."
cute.
It was
That's
good.
cute, right?
It is fun.
Now that we're talking about viral
Yeah.
shit.
Holy shit!
Has anybody talked about Andy?
I have. He is. I hit him up.
You saw this, right?
No, what'd he do?
Bring up Andy's Twitter. Kind of funny, Kevin. Thank you very much.
I texted Andy the next day, and I was like, "This is the lamest text I'm ever gonna send you,
Yeah.
but it's also the most honest. I'm fucking proud of you. Congrats."
So
did
do you
it."
have no idea what we're about to talk about?
Don't know what you're talking about.
Andy
no.
put up the best tweet ever. If you remember at RTX, we went out. Don't scroll yet, Kev. Sorry. If you remember, we went out to a bar.
Okay.
The final
Floppy disk.
night.
Repair
Yeah,
company?
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where we're gonna go and hang out and actually, or no, I guess not the final night, but
That
one of our
wasn't
nights.
violent. It was a, yeah.
We had a lovely team dinner.
Yeah.
Then we were going to go to the bar and chill out and talk to each other. And we walked into what we were told was a speakeasy, and it is a speakeasy. However, it was a speakeasy that
wasn't
was
easy to
fucking
speak.
cranking goddamn music.
terrible.
Which is
Fucking
awful, and
terrible
I
bar.
think against what a speakeasy is. That's why I like the massage parlor place we go to before.
Oh,
yeah, sexy.
Andy got inspired and tweeted the following. Now, Kevin, find it for me. Find it, Kevin. Enhance. Find it, Kevin. Enhance.
God, he tweets too much. This is why I
Keep
don't follow
going.
him.
Oh,
It's
you're.
out. There it is.
Oh my fucking Christ.
So the tweet reads, audio listeners, I have a billion idea. Check it out.
Holy fuck.
A bar that plays music at about half the volume of other bars. Currently, more than 15,000 retweets.
What
more
the
than
fuck?
130,000 likes.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I love
And
it.
the best thing is his follow-up response. Whoa, this blew up, huh? Check out my SoundCloud, impeachdonaldtrumpnow.org.
Wow.
The layers of comedy are so good.
This is so good.
Now, if you go back, Kevin, go back to his main page. It might be. Did he ever natively tweet about it, or did he just tweet at me about it? Did you see? There it is. There it is.
Good for
There it
you,
is.
Andy.
Scroll down to the one that's not him, the me. Click on this. The Chicago Tribune nominated him for funniest tweet of the week. Click on this and vote. You don't. I don't know if it's closed yet. He was fucking destroying, of course, because the Kind of Funny best friends are super supportive. You can show it to everybody, Kev. You can show it. You don't have to do anything. There you go. Vote. And he's killing it. 53% of the vote right
I
now.
love it. Tweet of the week.
that is great.
But yeah, I was like, that's a really funny tweet. And then I like fucked off. I retweeted it and fucked off. And then I came back and saw it again. I was like, what the fuck?
What the living
And like
fuck?
it got on Reddit super high
Yeah.
and all this stuff.
So
I'm telling you right
Nick,
now, yeah.
this tweet is such a success that
He's
I've
quitting
seen
Kind
him
of Funny,
on
going to Funhouse.
multiple meme accounts
Yeah.
that I follow.
Yeah.
Really?
Where they're like cutting out to their credit, they're giving him credit.
I enjoyed
Normally they don't do that
somebody
shit.
broke it out on the Kind of Funny subreddit. And it's, what is it? White people thoughts or whatever.
White people Twitter.
White people Twitter. And
like,
somebody's
yeah,
like, wait,
why
why
is
is it
this?
on this? Why is it on this?
That's hilarious. But to be fair, that just proves that
There's a market.
There's a market for this. I don't understand. I've never fucking had one single solitary person explain to me the fucking psychology behind not be like pumping music so loudly in a bar. A club, I get. If you're gonna dance, you want that. I don't want
If
to
there's
fucking
a
see
dance
anything.
floor, it makes
Get
sense.
it.
If there is not, there should
Then-
either not be music or it should be at 20%
Very low volume
volume.
so that it feels like there's more people. The whole concept behind the music at the bar is that it feels like there's more people than there are at the bar. That's great.
Get a little
this
background
place,
noise.
for context, was approximately the size of this studio.
Yeah.
Like, i.e., fucking tiny.
Yeah.
And they had a DJ that was blaring like Journey. And I'm like, what the? I get that it's a hipster bar. It's a place called the fucking Floppy Disk Repair Co. And it has swings in it. So I understand they're going for a specific vibe. And the guy that came up to help me when I was like, hey, how do you feel about this drink? He's like, I don't know. How do we feel about it? I'm like, I feel like you should bring it to me. I'm going to fucking break the glass and stab your goddamn eyes out.
put
You
some
fucking
Tabasco
hipster
on
piece
it?
of shit. Yeah, like I don't appreciate this attitude.
I was totally caught-
Turn the fucking music down.
I was caught off guard and I kind of fucked up because I didn't deliver this message. But at the end, when we were getting ready to leave, like the owner came by and was like, oh, hey, like, what are you guys in from? Like, oh, somebody's, oh, thanks for coming. Like, the owner, and he's like, how did you hear about us? And I was like, and it was just like, wait, or maybe it wasn't the owner, but like the manager.
Yeah.
And it happened so fast that I should have been like, oh, wait, we're leaving because this sucks. Like,
Yeah.
you
Fucking
understand it? Like,
sucks.
this sucks right now. Like,
And not only that, but I'm like, no one around here. Like I looked around at people and like no one was talking because it was so fucking obnoxiously loud.
No one
do-
looked phased by it, I will say.
No one looked happy
We
either.
were the only.
well, it was all the red lights, man. It was red lights.
We did not look happy.
We weren't happy.
Everyone
And
else.
then
did. I was
the
like,
other
this is-
insult's injury as my. And by the way, I'm tired right now, so I'm obviously going to be I'm a little closer to the surface. My nerves are a little closer to the surface, but exposed. What is the?
I'm just scared.
Yeah, where are we going?
That's fine. Yeah.
I'm just gonna complain right now.
Yeah, it's fine.
Where we go,
Let it
hey,
out, man. You're in a safe
We're all
spot.
trying to just relax. We're like, you know, what we should go back. Let's go back to the hotel bar because hotel bars,
oh my God.
maybe
right.
a little bit of
Right.
piped in music. This is a business hotel we're staying at, right? Get back there, live cover band in the hotel bar, loud as fuck.
Loud
And
as
I'm like,
all shit.
who does this?
Now, here's the
Austin.
fucking worst part about the live cover band. The dinner we went to earlier that night also had a live cover band, and they were fucking awesome.
dope.
But there was one problem with both of them. They both performed sitting on the dock of the bay, and both fucking bands were cowards, afraid to do the fucking whistling part.
Oh, no, you can't do that.
What's the point of doing the fucking song if you don't even do that shit?
Oh, that was Smash Mouth.
That was Smash.
Sorry. I'll tell you, shout out. What was that? Tolucos?
Yeah.
What was that fish restaurant called?
Lux.
True Lux.
True Lux. Fantastic.
Yeah, Gia's friend worked there for years, so we always used to go whenever we'd go to Austin.
Cocktails, great. I
Hanky
don't
panky.
normally
Go get the hanky panky.
Oh, the hanky panky's fucking right. I don't normally like the whole lounge bar act, but they were crushing it. They
were
played
crushing
They
it.
played covers of like
Subdued?
but like subdued covers of like. I swear to God, did they cover Thriller? At some point,
Oh,
they
they
covered.
did.
Yeah, it was Thriller,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
However-
But it was like Muzak version of it.
Amazing food, amazing
Oh, no, it
cocktails,
was great.
amazing service.
Great service.
I had to leave the restaurant for 15 minutes because I was too cold.
Oh, I love it. In Austin, Texas.
Yes, I know.
That's
'cause
why it was
how
great.
I love it, dude.
I'm used
Pipe
to.
that
I
shit
know the
in.
Midwest. Don't get me
Drown
wrong.
me.
Now
in
I'll
air.
say this too. Okay, now this is, you know me. I get anxiety when change happens.
Sure.
Now we had Lou and Fareed coming. Big old Lou Funky Cole Medina and our friend Fareed who works at Rich Teeth as well. We work with.
Well, Lou works at Sugar Pine 7, but yeah.
Lou is basically a shill for Sugar Pine 7.
Yeah.
He couldn't acknowledge that we exist if his fucking life depended on it. Doesn't matter. Long story short is they hit Tim up. They're like, hey, what are you doing for dinner? Tim's like, oh, we're at this place. Nice fish restaurant. You guys can come by if you want. He tells me I start getting anxiety. I'm like, oh, Christ. Here we go. I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to ask for 2 more people. Does this table have spots for 2? I'm like, just relax, drink your cocktail. It'll figure itself out. You asked him, you're like, hey, is it possible to add 2 more people? Guy's like, and I've never seen a server do this before. Without skipping a beat, no problem. We got this table transforms into a bigger table. And I'm like, holy shit. Dude. And the guy, he like snapped a finger in my mind. He didn't really, he like actually courteously called over someone to help him out. The guy's like, cool, I just need you 2 to move. And 2 people got up, and then all of a sudden it turned from an oval table to a round table. And I'm like, this is amazing.
Now,
and nothing, it was a great night.
This is where I'm saying it.
Then we went to that abysmal bar afterwards.
This is what we talk about with Eric Castro, right? Hospitality, service. They are charging us a fair price for all the food and drinks and stuff, right? Yeah. But the service, top notch.
Impeccable.
To the point that, remember,
they decrumbed the table.
We saw 3 booths over here. And we saw them all somehow get more romantic. At first, we're sitting there chilling out. People come by for this one. They start putting rose petals around the table. And it was like, oh, that's very cute. Then the next one, more rose petal. The one over here. So there's a middle one still open. Well, over there, more rose petals there and like a candle. Oh, that's even nice. The final one, rose petals. A dozen long stem roses, balloons that say "I love you," happy anniversary, also happy wedding. And I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. It can't be both.
And then Shaggy came out and performed "It Wasn't Me." It was crazy.
Oh,
that's
it wasn't me. I feel bad that I just ripped that bar apart. That's not a bad bar.
No, fuck that bar.
It's just not what we want.
Hey, you know what? Everybody, they
No.
know. Now they know when they go to Austin. You want to go to the Urban Cowboy Massage Parlor? That's the speakeasy to go to.
Midnight Cowboy.
Midnight Cowboy Massage Parlor.
Actually,
that's
just really anything that starts or ends with massage parlor, you want to go to probably.
Yeah, probably.
I think that's probably what you want to go to. Yeah, I don't know. I've always been that though. I think I hit a certain age where I'm like, I just don't have. But here's the thing: I like engaging with people, and the way I do that is by talking to them, having them hear me, and then responding. And I just don't understand any environment that doesn't allow me to do that.
That's why I like Starbucks so much.
It's great. Coffee houses.
You know what you're gonna get.
You know what you're gonna get. You can
when's
talk
the
to
last time
people.
you went to a coffee house and you walked in and they were just piping in fucking club music? What? I said a venti iced coffee. What? A what? No, that's because those are environments where you're supposed to talk. Why can't a bar be any different? I would love to sit down and have a cocktail and talk to a bar.
Light Florence in the machine.
Yeah, a little
you know
bit.
what I mean?
Little something. Oh yeah.
Stand
maybe
by
some Jason
me.
Mraz going on.
But I also just don't respect DJs. I should say that.
Okay.
I should say that.
That's
We
where
have friends
should
who are
start.
DJs.
I do, and I love them, and I support them,
But
and
I
I
don't
support their
respect
endeavors,
them.
but I don't respect the institution of the DJ. Just don't do it.
What does that even mean?
Because they have to do, like, I get the hustle, right? But when you're in a place that small, and you're like, it's my job to just fucking crank
All
up
right.
the energy level. It's like, read the room, man. Nobody wants this.
Okay. I see right there. You're making sense, but isn't that more on the management for choosing a DJ for a small room?
But the DJ, as a lot of people should think, is like the thought leader of the group, right? He should be the leader and be like, let's take it down a notch. When the guys turn up like, no, this is not the right environment for that. Like, I should, as a DJ, you walk into a speakeasy like that and you go, we're going to just lay down a nice bed
mellow
of
beats.
mellow.
Fucking do some trip hop.
Every once in a while, maybe throw in the Jurassic Park theme. Have fun. Everyone likes that theme. Everyone likes
But
it.
again,
Everyone
just
does.
to make
You heard
one
that?
more
Would you be
comment.
like, yeah,
I like
man.
this guy.
To
I
make-
respect
this guy.
DJs
To
now.
make one more comment, right? Didn't we also say we seem to be the only table not really enjoying ourselves?
Yeah, but
all
as
the
you
other
know-
young hip kids in this place were like, "Yeah, man."
No, Greg, as you know, I am the center point of everyone's life
It's true.
in my brain. So if I'm not enjoying myself, I'm
one
right.
is.
They're wrong. They don't know the way I have to lead
I'm
them.
having dinner with Grimecraft tonight, and I don't know how to break it
Love
to him that you don't
Grimecraft.
respect his craft.
Love Grindcraft. Sat across from him at this Vino Pino place that we were at.
Vino Volo.
Vino Volo place.
Which
Oh, Terminal 2's wine bar, right?
Yeah.
The one that, no shit, Andrea walks up and they pour her the usual.
I was about to say that this Vino Volo, it's in like airports around the fucking world
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
It's the wine place. And Andrea is such a regular that she, like, everywhere she goes, she gets a tasting.
Oh,
like,
God
that
bless
they're
her.
like, oh, yeah, you're one of our, like, supreme leaders or whatever the fuck.
I
know.
don't think that is what it's called.
I think it is, actually.
Vino Volva.
We're the
Volvo.
Vino Volva Supreme Leader.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
Supreme Leaders of Vino Volva. No, I don't have any beef with DJs. I'm obviously
Sounds like
teasing.
you got some stuff,
I love Grindcraft. I love Grindcraft when he does the rave stuff and passes it, but that's the right environment for the DJ.
Dude.
That's the right environment for the
totally
DJ.
different thing. What you're saying, you don't respect DJs in situations they shouldn't be in.
They shouldn't be there.
Or that where they're like not reading the room.
ooh,
Like that's
ooh.
all that it is. Yes.
fucking hate when they decide to take up the Nordstroms a notch and put a DJ in there. Hey, you shopping? It's our anniversary sale. Here's a DJ.
I've never seen that. I've never
You know
seen
why
that.
I don't want a DJ? Because I have to fucking scream, do you have this in a size 10 and a half?
Yeah.
And the guy who's clearly pissed off that there's a fucking DJ is like, I'll go look. It's annoying.
All I want in
Keep DJs
Nordstrom-
out of those environments.
That live pianist. You know what I mean?
yeah.
They
Oh,
don't do
yeah.
it anymore.
Yeah, they do. It's Showtime.
Oh, I gotta go.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I
They
saw
just
that
fucking
guy.
get on that thing.
Ba-doom, boom, boom, ba-doom, boom, boom. Hey, baby,
great.
hey, there's a call.
Oh God, it's fucking Kramer. No, Fraser.
I will give, in terms
Michael,
of department stores, Express.
Michael Richards is touring.
I feel like
I'd go see him.
the music in Express does add to the ambiance and to the experience because it's not too loud. It is bullshit, but it's
It's
like
such a hard line
it's
to
chill.
walk with live music and music in general. Where you want it. Jen and I went to
just feel
a
like less is
jazz
more.
club downtown. Came in. This is awesome. We went down to where the music was being played, and even there, it's like, ooh, let's bring it down a level, man. We're here to talk, man. We're here to flirt.
That's
get our fuck on.
Yeah,
Dude.
this is where we're supposed to, prime everything.
Yeah, dude, jazz. Who knows what's gonna happen?
I'm sure part of this is my elevated age, where I just don't have
What are you pushing
patience
now?
for things. No, I'm just saying, like, I'm saying the old adage of like, oh, get off, just turn down
Get
the
off my
radio,
porch.
like, get off my porch. I'm sure part of it is just because I've lived that life and I just don't have patience.
Yeah, you
for it
remember the
anymore.
comic club? You loved the music.
I love
then.
comic
That's
club. is a
club, though.
Remember,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Clubs in bars, you got to get in and talk like this, and that's
But
what
I
people
hate
want.
it. I hate it
You
because
get in here, you go down, and you go, and then Tyroot's like, "Why are you smelling me, Nick?"
I'd be like, I just need to know what a man smells like. Tyroot came, by the way. It was good to see
saw
you
him.
guys. Saw him.
Yeah,
So
I
we
hung
talked
out with
to
him
He got
probably more than you
more
did.
and more jacked. I'm hanging out with him next weekend.
He was there. He was in the
He was, and he was not liking it either. I was like, Ty, you want? He's like, yeah, let's get.
We
the
tried to do
fuck
like a
outta
business
here.
meeting. Like, no, it didn't
Nah,
happen.
that was a
Yeah,
terrible
no,
idea.
it's terrible.
Now, to be fair, again, we're close to 6th Street in Austin. It was our problem for choosing that bar. But I just feel like I walked in, I was like, this bar is fucking
Well,
cool.
on paper,
And
it's a
then it was too
speakeasy. It
loud.
should be great. It should be
Yeah.
perfect.
That bar
for it.
chose us.
Yeah.
It did choose.
Nick.
It just chooses.
And now
us, yeah.
we've just like when a lung transplant chooses somebody, we've rejected it.
Yeah, we have.
It's not part of our body. You know
yeah.
what I mean? We don't need that lung.
Like in the movie Rat Race, kind of.
Was there a lung rejection
No,
in
it was
Rat
a
Race?
heart though.
Somebody had a heart?
I don't know.
In Rat Race?
Rat
That was
Race.
a
I
heart
remember
transplant
Mr.
movie.
Bean. I remember John
Mr. Bean.
Lovitz.
Do you remember
Wanda
how
Sykes? Was
do you
Wanda
remember
Sykes in Rat Race?
Yes, she was. Do you
Okay.
remember how Rat Race ends?
Like one of Sykes is in every movie.
It ends with all of them crowd surfing to All Star by Smash
Yeah.
Mouth
Nice.
Yeah.
live.
When I was sitting in Champs with 2 P's at the
That's
Detroit
how you spell
airport.
it. That's the right way to do it.
So not the shoe
Is
store?
Detroit in the Midwest?
No. Yes, it is.
Is that technically Midwest?
Yeah, I asked everybody to make
How does
sure.
that
it is.
work?
It's in the middle of the country. It's to the west of the east,
Is that what it is?
and it's the middle of it.
Is
so
that
yeah.
Midwest? Because that term has always confused me. I'm like, no, it's mid. Because we're on the West. Midwest, technically, to me, is Arizona. That's Midwest.
No,
the west part of the United
no.
States, it's in the middle of
The
that.
bread basket. Your Illinois, your Michigan, your Indiana, your Missouri. That's where I think you're talking Midwest. Minnesota, Midwest.
It doesn't
When
make
you
sense.
start
It
going out
doesn't.
to
wrong.
the Colorados, they got their thing. You go down to like the desert. Texas is his own fucking thing.
fucking
And then
dumb.
you got the South.
And then they go to the South. I'm like, oh, the South. I'm like, no, because Florida's technically in the South, but it's in the East.
I'm sitting in
It's
Champs.
Southeast.
And what comes on? A little ditty by Smash Mouth, which is the Monkeys cover. Which one? What's the name of the actual thing? I
Hey,
thought
Hey,
love
with them,
was
I'm a
only
believer.
true. Yeah, Unbeliever. That's a fucking jam.
It's a
great.
fucking
And it's even
jam, dude.
it's even a better jam now that I sit there and remember 800 of
partied
my
with
best
them.
friends dancing around and singing and freaking out
Yeah,
to it. You
it's
know what
weird.
I mean? Yeah.
Life's
I had a
weird.
great time that night.
At prom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
night.
I'll never forget the experience of having someone like tap me on the shoulder and be like, "Hey, your special guest is here," and then going back to the green room and meeting all the people from Smash Mouth because they had showed up before, but it was just Greg, the guy who was like DJing to do a sound check.
Did you tell him you didn't respect his craft at that point?
No, because he was doing a DJ set for us, and I was really looking forward to it.
Oh, okay.
Now, if I saw him, I
A lot
would
of
say, "Hey,
now you're
hey, I've learned a little bit about myself."
Listen, man, it was
I don't
borderline
respect
for a
you.
while and now I'm
we
done.
are.
I just
I don't
can't do it. I
respect
can't
you.
do it.
You know,
Yeah.
you got your Steve Aoki's out there fucking fireworks and shit, and it's
Suki's
like,
brother.
oh, cool, good for you. You're playing music, I guess.
Is that a real person, Steve Aoki?
Yeah,
Steve
he's
Aoki?
the biggest
He's that
DJ on the
Asian
planet.
dude with the long hair, the DJs that throws cakes in the audience.
They did a documentary about
Are you
it.
familiar with
No.
Suki from Too Fast, Too Furious?
I
She's
know,
the
I thought-
one-
I was
the
really-
girl that drives the
damn
pink
it.
car, goes off the bridge, and then goes slap that ass.
You thought I didn't know what I was talking about?
No,
again?
well, that
Possible.
a little bit. And that one, when you said Suki, I was thinking Suki from True Blood, Rogue
Suki.
from the X-Men movies.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like,
Anna
oh,
Paquin.
Anna Paquin's got a brother who's a DJ?
No.
No, but I
Man,
think she
no.
does have a brother. So
I mean, I've heard it
Might
both
DJ.
ways.
I've heard it both ways.
He might DJ. He might DJ. Yeah.
the reason I like Grimecraft is because everything he wears looks so cool.
Yeah.
He's cool.
And he wore
Grimecraft's great because he looks like he's at once from the future, but also like a JRPG game in the future.
Also, like he looks, yeah, exactly. He looks, because he's doing that style where everything's long, where all the shirts are long, and then he's got the
That's
ninja
the
pants
style,
on,
yeah.
and like that's so cool. And I don't think I'll ever feel confident enough to do that. Harley from Epic Mealtime does that style, but he's also 19 feet tall and jacked.
And
So
he's,
it
I was
looks
gonna say
cool.
he's cut so much weight.
Funky Cool Medina does that
Lou
style,
Medina, yeah.
where the shirt's a little longer. My shirts, and this is the reason why I can't do the style, are long by necessity
To hide
because
it.
I wear larges.
What would it take what would it take for us to have Grimecraft dress you one day and just make a video out of it?
I would do it. I would do it.
Patreon tier.
we
Set a
should-
milestone of like we've
have-
set this, which will give us $1,000,
Yeah.
$2,000 just
go
to give
on a shopping spree.
to hire a documentary crew to file a Grimecraft dressing Nick Scarpino.
I don't even know where you go to get those long shirts.
Why
Where do you
gotta
go?
have them on tour, man?
Knowing Grimecraft, Japantown.
/store.
Yeah, what obscure boutique store in Japantown
Those
do
are
I
just
go to get
normal
those?
things now. Those shirts are just normal shirts.
But they're not where I go, man. J. Crew doesn't sell them. That's for sure.
That's your
That's
problem.
for sure.
Still shopping J. Crew?
Every now and again.
Yeah.
My denim jackets from J. Crew. I like certain pieces from J. Crew. Certain pieces.
Okay.
I
That's
go all
fair.
over the place for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't gone in a store in a long time.
Should go shopping again. I
the
want to take you
Stitch Fix.
shopping.
We can put that. Well, we can let Grimecraft dress both of us, or we can do it as like a round robin thing where Grimecraft dresses you.
Yeah.
You dress me.
Okay.
I dress Kevin. Kevin goes out for a job interview.
That's great. I will say this: the one and only time I've taken you shopping,
Yeah.
was what I imagine it's like having a child.
100%.
You were just like,
Do
I
it.
remember.
Miserable?
I'm like, Greg, show me the pants. No. Greg, show me the pants. I don't wanna.
wanna.
Greg, just come out and show me the pants. And you came out and you go, I don't know. Are they good? I'm like, do you like them? I don't know. What do you think? You don't like them? I don't know. You have to know something, Greg. You have to have some feeling about
That is
this.
how it is to have a kid.
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
But
I don't like any
that's
of
the
this.
thing is, I'm never gonna like any of it.
Yeah, I know.
You've got it. Just
I
tell
know.
me
I
what
just
it is.
told you which ones to get. And you
That's
wore those
why
jeans
I
for a
like
very long time.
Nordstrom's because they used to get excited when I would walk in and they'd go, "What do you?" And I'd wait and I'd look around and finally somebody would come out of the show and be like, "Excuse me, sir, can I help you?" And I'd turn to them and I'd say, "Yes, please dress me." And they're
Love
like,
it.
"What do you mean?" I'm like, I just need clothes." And like, what are you looking for? And I'm like, "Whatever you want." Like, and
Blank
they're-
slate.
the
Blank
women were
slate.
always like
Empty
very
canvas.
excited about it. Like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the guys were always like, "Oh, all right, whatever."
I do not want to do this.
Yeah, I feel like
all.
that's you got to find the right salesperson to help you out with that, because you get the person who's like, I'm really into my job, I like style,
Yeah.
and they're Johnny Go Lucky, like,
The only-
hey, pulled some stuff for you just in case, throw it over, which I don't like. I appreciate the hustle, but I didn't ask for those. Don't give me something I didn't ask for. Do you understand me, Tim?
Jesus
Just give me what I want.
What? Who
And
hurt
anticipate.
You? What
The
did
only time
happen?
I
I've
don't like
ever-
because they always like, oh, so I found these jeans for you too. I'm like, do I not look like the kind of person who knows exactly what I want? Just give me exactly what I want. Pull the they're putting shit over there. I'm like, those are fucking pink. I don't want pink jeans.
Only time I've ever seen somebody get more excited when I turned over all control is at a Comic-Con when I walked into a random hair salon and the woman sat me down. She's like, "All right, what do you want?" I'm like, "I don't know, whatever you think would look good." And she's like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she gave me the exact same fucking
And you
haircut
walked
I
out with the
always
same
had.
haircut?
Yeah, because there's nothing you can do to this. There's no, other than giving me a
is. You
mohawk.
got- no, that'd be
You can't
dope.
do nothing.
I want a mohawk so badly.
Just do
you
it,
got one
coward.
time where they did a little bit of a fade on your sides and you hated it and it looked great.
I don't know if I hated it.
You hated it.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Yeah, because it doesn't look like Clark Kent's hair.
Sure.
And you
That's
love
a big
Clark
part.
Kent.
That's a big part of it. Yeah. Even now it's too long though. I was catching myself in photos from the Kellogg's thing. I was
I
like,
don't like it. I think you guys should. I like everyone's hair is great here. You guys should. You should grow it out a little bit. It'd be fun.
No, I've done it before. It doesn't do it.
not do it.
If I growed it out, how do you want it to look? Am I
Just
parting
have
it down
it
the
be
middle?
like-
Because it's like the beard where it's gonna be awkward for a while, and I don't like.
You
I
can
don't.
keep it parted like that.
No, it gets too fluffy
gets
on the
big and fun.
sides. I get the hair and the. I already got the gorilla neck. As
What's a
Greg
gorilla
Miller,
neck?
Greg Miller, #1 crane operator.
Oh, where it's fuzzy?
When I was a
Just
little
narrow it,
cub, he'd be
man.
like, "Oh, you
I'll
got a
come spray
gorilla
it
neck.
down."
Let's go get a haircut." And they're like, "Ooh, wow," and he'd be like, "That's more of a monkey."
Yeah,
like,
he's
You're like,
Fuck
Dad,
off,
listen,
Dad.
fuck you, it's my
Stupid
best.
little
This is
my
why I'm
best
gonna
thing.
do drugs.
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna do all sorts of cool methamphetamines. I don't know.
Tim,
Yeah.
what's your topic?
I mean, the topic was just going to be RTX and you being in Detroit.
Sure.
I don't think we need to talk too
Detroit
much about
Avenue.
RTX, which we just did, but I just want to say, confirmed as of now, RTX is my favorite convention. Period.
Oh, really?
Period. E3, I almost don't count because it's such a different
That's
thing.
not really. It's a different. That's more business.
Because, yeah, that's my thing is like,
That's more business.
that's more business. If you
That's-
counted E3
that's, Tim,
press conferences.
that's what they call B2B. B2B.
Business to business. Exactly.
That's my business
Not to be
business
confused
there.
with champ to champ.
Champ.
No.
Like RTX to me is more about entertaining people that come
Exactly.
to the show.
And what I love about it is if press conferences counted, E3 is my favorite. I fucking love the hype. It's all great. But in terms of the PAXs, in terms of the MomoCon,
The PSXs.
the PSXs, all this stuff, RTX is just so fucking awesome because everyone is there for a general reason, being some group from Rooster Teeth. And there's not too many of them, so everyone's kind of aware of the other groups, and it's like everyone feels a lot more connected as opposed to a PAX where at PAX it's a lot of different groups and people are there for a ton of different reasons.
Yeah.
At Rooster Teeth, it just feels like there's like a central kind of grounding for
Well, there's a
everyone.
good central planning department that goes, hey, you're all scheduled for various things. And that inherently, I think, makes people interact with each other. Like it like the fact that you'll have panels or things where everyone's on different things, or like just the fact that there's a group that's above everyone organizing the whole thing makes it feel way different than a PAX. Because PAX is like you go, you do whatever you want to do. You get whatever you want out of it. You submit a panel, that's cool, but I don't believe that they give a shit that Tim meets someone who's never met before, whereas RT really wants people to collaborate, so they're sort of like creating the environment where collaboration can happen.
And I feel like they've grown so much and have so many different teams that can support different like aspects of the business that really benefit us and how we work because we're similar. And I feel like this RTX was a very good example of the potential of what us maximizing a convention could look like, where we did Let's Play Live, which was an awesome fucking stage show. We had
I heard Johnny
one of our
showed up. I couldn't make it.
Yeah, he was there.
Was he cool?
He lost the title to Andy.
Kind of a
It's
dick.
too bad for him. He didn't say anything about it. He just said he had a great time.
Oh,
And
weird.
Off to
One of the best
Madrid.
panels we ever had, I think.
On Sunday?
The
Yeah,
signings, a blast as always.
Sure.
And then we did the stand-up comedy night that
Yeah.
like I
did
chalk up as a major success.
That was so
Yeah.
fun.
At
The
the
doc
same
premiere.
venue that I've seen multiple comedy
Yeah.
shows on Netflix at. Like I thought it was fucking really cool, and like seeing different people throughout the weekend. Like there was a bunch of different groups. Like it wasn't just the same people over and over, but there was a contingent of people that went to everything. It's fucking cool.
What was it like for the premiere of your RT first doc?
that
Waiting
was-
for the punchline.
That was really, really cool. I had a lot of anxiety going into that. I think that was the thing I've been most nervous about for last week. But they it manifested itself in
Sorry,
different ways.
guys. There's a spaceship taking off
There's
outside.
just the fucking alien horde outside trying to eat the fucking sidewalk. No, I was looking forward to it. I was very nervous about it. Tim and I had seen a cut.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if they show the cut that we have seen, I'm happy with it. But we gave them a bunch of notes, and I know that they wanted to go back. And they got a bunch of notes from Matt and from Bernie and the team over there.
I was
And,
a little less happy with it. I want to put that out there.
Well,
the first
I mean,
cut. The first cut. Yeah.
I mean, had they been like, "Hey, we didn't get a chance to do the second cut. Like, we're just showing this," I'd be like, "Cool. Like, it's a work in progress."
was fine.
And even this was a working print, by the way. I don't. This
There's
wasn't
more
the
to
final
happen.
cut.
There's still more.
They're going to do
Yeah.
more. They've got more sound. They're going to edit some more stuff into
If
it.
I may,
Yeah.
I want to throw up a quick T for timeout, not for technical.
Okay.
And I'm sure we're doing the same thing. A lot of people don't watch everything we do.
Sure.
What is waiting for the punchline for all the long haul truck drivers
Got it.
who didn't see stuff from RTX?
So
I'm thinking of you guys right now. Toot your horn.
Copy that. Waiting for the Punchline is a feature-length documentary that that followed me around, as well as the comedies. Basically, followed me and the comedy scene in SF, and sort of chronicles my journey from going from being an open mic comedian to trying to do my first ever set officially at the Punchline. Now, for a lot of people who don't know or haven't been following me, or I haven't really talked about it, a lot of guests specifically in the last few months, I go to the Punchline pretty much every Sunday night for what's called the SF Sunday Showcase. I do that for two reasons. One, I enjoy it and I like to support the community. But two, that's the way you get officially an opportunity to get auditioned for and become a regular at the Punchline. That takes a very long process. That takes a very long time. But you generally get your first set officially, and by officially I mean we could go right now and book Punchline for what's called a bringer show, which means that if all of us just can get 200 people in the room or some close to that number, we can recoup our expenses and we can just do that. And people do that, and I've done those shows at Cobb's. My goal right now is to officially be passed by Punchline, meaning I become a regular. If I were down at the Comedy Store, it means I get my name up on the wall. It means that you are officially like a comic. You come from someplace. You are like, I'd be a Punchline guy at that point. So
you go every Sunday to an open mic.
no, I go every Sunday to an actual showcase. A paying audience pays to go and see the
Well, they
SF
are
showcase.
really good. Like
And
out
it
of
is-
all the comedy shows I've been to, that and the Comedy Store ones, I'm like, holy shit, they are so much better than anything else we've ever seen.
But when you go there on Sunday, there's a chance you might get picked to go up?
So the way the booker organizes the show,
Booker
Ron
T.
the booker, organizes the show is it's usually a combination of people who have been passed, who are guaranteed one. Like once you're passed, one of the cool thing is they don't guarantee it necessarily, but you usually get 1 or 2 sets a month at the showcase.
Okay.
So if I, Nick Scarpino, who've been doing comedy for 10 years and have been passed,
I didn't even know. I thought it
I'm
was like
touring.
a-
I come back. I'm in town on Sunday. I stop by.
Gotcha.
They're probably going to give me a set. I'm going to get like 7 minutes,
Okay.
5 to 7 minutes. It's a combination of really good up and coming comics who are almost to that point or have surpassed that point, and then the people like me who are trying to get to that point. So you'll get maybe like, you get 5 to 7 minute sets and it's 2 hours. I don't know. I can't do the math on that right now, but say out of 10 or 15 comics that go up, 10 of them are great guys, stellar, almost regulars, or have been passed and are
Some
going.
regular
and then
Rodney
5 of them
Dangerfields.
are, I get my first set.
Okay.
And so I told Jeff Ramsey about this when I was doing my first big show at Cobb's, and he was like, "That's really interesting. Can I go? Are you like you're doing a show tonight? Can I go with you to the mic that you want to warm up on first?" Because I was super nervous about it. I was like, "Yeah, come to that mic. You can see that process. Then you can see me kind of in a different environment, which is this 400 seat comedy club at Cobb's." And he was so enthralled with it. He went back and told Lou and he told Matt and Bernie that, "Hey, this should be a subject of an RT doc." And they were like, "Cool. Let's do it."
Okay.
And so that went from, oh, that'd be
So that
really
was
cool
like
to be able.
March.
Yeah, that was March. And that went from me and Tim going, how cool would it be to like, because Tim's been along for this ride probably closer than anyone else. He comes to all the shows and like films me and has been my biggest fucking advocate.
All right. Well,
on this,
don't
which I
insult Cool
appreciate.
Greg. I'm pretty sure Cool Greg goes to more
Cool Greg
shows.
does, but the Cool Greg sometimes comes, gets drunk, and then like
Fights.
disappears. And then I look at the list, and it's got all sorts of tagging on it, and my name's like highlighted. And I'm like, well, clearly they know it's me that I did this. But no, so my goal for this was to really highlight what people go through to even get to that first step, which is getting through at a place like
Gotcha.
Punchline. Going from doing 3 to 4 open mics a night, or I shouldn't say night, maybe let's say like 2 to 3 open mics per night, as many nights as you can get out there, to then trying to book your own showcases, to then getting attention or noticed by Punchline and getting through there. And so I told Tim that, and he was like, that's a great sort of context for this period in your life. And that's a great start and finish, because I was just coming up on my year mark of having gone every Sunday,
Yeah.
which means that technically I could feel okay approaching the booker and saying, hey, I've been here for a year. Just let you know, I'm on your, like, let me get on your radar.
Yeah.
If you want to put me up, cool. If not, that'll be the end of the documentary, as I never got a chance to go up. Maybe
Sure.
I'll get a chance to go up that one day. And so that's what I really want to do. And I also wanted to give all my friends that I've made as comics, all my comic friends out there, just a little bit of a highlight, because they're all putting the work in and they're all
Okay.
fucking crazy, cool people.
So they film all this. They show
film
you
all
guys
of it.
the cut.
We filmed it over about 4 weeks, including a crew coming back for a couple Sundays just to see if I got a chance to actually go up a Punchline. And then they go away for a while, and then the first cut comes out, and I got it like 4 days before I watched it, because I have this. I cannot watch myself. I
Yeah.
cannot do it in that context. I even have trouble going back and like watching the morning show. Like I'll pause it and then answer comments, because I'm like, I don't want to hear myself talk.
Sure.
I
Sure,
annoy
sure,
the
sure.
shit out of myself. I can't understand how people watch me. But
Meanwhile,
Tim
was
immediately
like,
fires this shit up.
oh, I need to fucking watch this shit. So I brought it home. Me and Gia watched it, and I took a bunch of notes. And it
Did
was
Gia have her shoes on?
no, dude, she had
Do we need to
those
call
shoes
Gia?
everywhere. But I was watching it, and it was so strong in the beginning, and I feel like it just lost the storyline pretty early on.
Yeah.
And we're just watching. I'm like, and it was an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Like,
it was long.
It's a long thing to be like following the story. I felt like there was way too many threads, and like there was just a lot of issues. And then I came back to you, and I was like, Nick, you should watch it.
So, I was going to watch it. I
Yeah.
just had to muster
Nick's
the
like,
courage.
nah, it's gold, Prince.
Well, because originally he told me, he's like, I'm not going to watch it.
It's one of those things where I'm like, I didn't want to necessarily, like, it's just hard for me to watch. It's hard for me to watch myself, especially since there's some specific scenes where I'm like, wow, that's painful to watch.
To be clear,
really painful to watch.
With everything I'm saying, it was never bad.
No, yeah.
It was at that place where I'm like, this is a 6 out of 10.
You're
And
like, we're almost.
and it's like,
no.
like this. I was there, so I knew what
Yeah.
we had. I'm like, there has to be a better way to tell this story.
And that's the thing with like, and this is every project I've ever worked on that I truly like cared about that was intricate, right? Is that there's always that point when you're going through the post where you think it's, oh fuck, like there's always a breaking point where you go, let's try to tweak a few things, let's try to sculpt this, and then it clicks. And I feel like when we sat down to watch it a second time, so I ended up having my wife watch it first. And I had her take notes. I was like, I need your perspective on this. I asked Tim for his perspective. I was like, everyone take notes, like we weren't going to.
Let's get my perspective. Yeah.
What? You're in like Battle Creek, Michigan, fucking reenacting the Civil War. So everyone does that. I sit down finally to watch it, and I'm like, there's a lot here. I think the cut's there. It's just not there yet. And that's always the thing you have to remind yourself of, like, when it's something as intricate as this, there's lots of different narrative threads going on, and there's some things that, like, a little change here and there, and a little sculpting, a little, just if everyone kind of can agree that certain things need to be taken out, we can get it to a different point. And I was like, I'll be happy if we can get this up to like a 7.5 out of 10. And then we go, and I didn't expect to see a second cut or have another round of revisions, because I'm not directing this thing. We go to sit down, and I'm like, I don't know how this is going to react. And a couple things really I thought spoke to the strength of this thing. One, I thought that this cut was far better than the other cut.
Oh my God, I was blown away. And like, if the other one was like S6, this one is at least a 9. Like, it might not be a 10, and I'm only saying that because like
you're close to the project.
10 sounds so, I'm too close.
You're a little close to getting.
But fuck, man, it's such like they found the story. They found the stories, and like
as someone who doesn't like Nick and doesn't like Jeff or any Funhouse, I love Tony Sparks. And hadn't seen it before. Like, I was floored. Like, I can't fathom from what I saw on Saturday at the premiere of this cut, right?
Yeah,
this work in
right.
progress. They have a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah.
I can't fathom what it looked like before, because this was so good. Like, I was crying so proud at the end. I was so proud of Nick. I was crying at the end. Meanwhile, Jen had been crying for like the final like 40 minutes because there was so much shit happening.
It's little tweaks. There weren't a ton of like it's not like I looked at this and go, oh wow, they really
a completely
threw in
different
an extra
movie.
20 minutes. There was extra stuff in here, and some stuff was taken out.
It's like a
It was more
line here
focused.
that gives things context.
Yeah.
Like, there's shots and there's like B-roll, and like, I don't want to give things away, but like there's like moments of things that happen that in the original cut there was no reference to
You just
earlier.
talked about
No
it.
context for
So
it,
it's like, you're like, oh man. Or I think a good example, and I can talk about this because it's the
yeah,
point.
I mean, you can talk about anything. It doesn't matter.
The point of the entire doc is Nick waiting to go up at the punchline, and there wasn't a good. He talked about it at the beginning of the doc, and it was at the end of the doc. There's an hour.
You don't get
something
reminded
in
of it in the
between,
middle.
You're not reminded.
Yeah, gotcha.
And this really made it. They added dates to it to like show the time of like how many like over the year Nick put into doing all of it.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like little things like that like bring it together, because the original cut made it all feel like it was 3 days.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. No, this one definitely showed.
And there's some B-roll of me, like I talked about jiu-jitsu, and I talked about the sort of parallels between doing stand-up and jiu-jitsu, anything that's really hard and challenging. And I think that some of that kind of came out of nowhere in the first cut. And I think in this, there's a little bit more context for it, so it doesn't look like I'm just getting the shit kicked out of me for no reason and sweating with dudes.
Yeah, so like an example of that is when the original GameOverGreggy show, when we did New Year's resolutions, Nick was like, I have 2. One of them's jiu-jitsu and one of them's stand-up comedy. And in the first cut, they didn't have him say the jiu-jitsu part. It was just the stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
So when we saw jiu-jitsu later, it was like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
But now they added that line in, and
Yeah.
now it like shows that kind of parallel between
That's awesome.
the two.
Yeah.
Man,
And I want to give
I'm
a
so
shout out to
impressed.
Tony Sparks as well. You guys have probably heard me talk about him, but he is so
Humans!
fucking fascinating. The way that came about was I was like, he was a part of the original pitch where I was like, you gotta interview Tony.
Yeah.
Tony is a guy that like anchors people in
Time
the comedy
out.
scene.
Who's Tony? If somebody hasn't heard you talk about
Tony
him before.
Sparks we call him the godfather of comedy in San Francisco. He hosts a ton of open mics. He was the first ever person I interacted with when I went to an open mic at the Brainwash. He hosted that mic for years before it shut down, sadly. And he is just, everyone knows Tony. To the point where one time, because of the documentary, he doesn't normally go to Punchline, but I got him to go to Punchline because we wanted to get some B-roll of him outside interacting with everyone. He showed up, and I have never seen the booker interact with him before in my life. And the second he walked in, the booker walked right over and was like, "Do you want a set? Can I get you? Like, can you please do a set? We'd love it for you to do a set." And he was like, "That was, it was awesome." So everyone knows Tony. He's famous.
Did he do the set?
Yeah, fucking crushed.
Of course he did. It's Tony
Absolutely
Sparks. He's amazing.
But Tony just is fun.
Tony Sparks, I'm sorry that I'm not on Tim's level or Cool Greg, who you snubbed.
Yeah, on mine.
But whenever I get to go and I'm invited, Tony's always hilarious and always seems like a very like heartwarming, down to earth guy. But I've never had a conversation with the man, and so then to see this, like, and actually have him just talk at length, to see him shepherd you through it, to see him talk to Jeff, it was amazing.
My favorite things that he's like, some of these people think they're funny as hell. they're not. He's just so candid about it. And then, of course, as part of the documentary, we got a bunch of people together, and y'all did your first show. And that was something we tweeted out like the day of, just to try to get some people out. And of course, a ton of great people came out in the SF area. And so that was the thing I was most excited about. So simultaneously that same day, I was most nervous about the documentary, most excited about the show we were going to do that night and recreating that moment for people at RTX. And I got a lot of people who were saying they were disappointed about not being there. Don't worry. Next time we do it, we'll try to book a bigger venue.
And to be clear, like we booked a 200 and something person venue
and sold out in 40
You
minutes.
don't get much bigger than that with comedy because then you lose the
intimacy,
the feel of the room.
Yeah.
Dude, go home tonight and watch Dane Cook on the Circle stage. All right, that's
right.
what we need.
You're right.
We can fill an arena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some Kevin Hart shit.
they did. They filled an arena size audience for Let's Play Live. That must have
Exactly.
been like thousands of people in that audience.
Exactly. Why didn't we get that room?
We'll work up to it. But for me, for me, it's just, I talked about comedy as one of the few things in my life that I'm doing just for the sheer fun of it. Like, and I think that that's something I've really learned about comedy is that I followed that as just, this is a really fun thing to do, kind of fell in love with it. And what's up?
My eyelids stick together.
Oh, I thought you were like, I thought I said something.
I had a
Sometimes when you give him that
misfired
look,
He
I'm
gave-
like, what?
it looked like the look
He
of
gave
like,
you the look, and you gave him look back like, what
was
what
like, what's
happened?
he
I'm
doing?
confused. Which is usually my look that I give him.
My favorite. There was once an old GameOverGreggy show where I turned to Tim and you just had enough of it. You're like, what? What are you fuckers laughing about? Like, it was like totally not in a good place. It didn't come from a good place at all.
But no, and I mean that's been part of the fun of this, and that was so much fun about that day. Is we did a project to highlight something that I'm legitimately passionate about. I really started from a place of like, I just think this is such a nutty environment to be in.
Yeah.
And these people that are in the SF comedy scene are so they're such characters.
Yeah.
But when I met Tony, I remember thinking to myself, this would be fucking such a cool thing to document because this is such a hard and unique thing that you don't encounter that often in life. And to see that materialize over a year and a half to then having this beautiful project that's an hour and 15 minutes long, and then being able to host my first show with all of you guys, not only being like there, but being supportive and wanting to hang out and have fun. Like your set was so fun because you got up and you were just like, I'm gonna have fun. And you told your stories and you made everyone laugh and you got shots of you laying on the thing. And like, it was cool to be able to sit back and be like, to some degree, I've helped facilitate this.
Yeah, of course.
But we've made this thing.
Yeah,
That's one of the cool things about what we get to do here is we just make stuff.
Well, it's
And
what
it
you've
just
talked about too, right?
materializes.
We've kicked around for the longest time when we go to RTX, when we go to Comic-Con, when we go to PAX, doing something outside of the con that isn't just a meet and greet at a bar, right? Because usually the cons facilitate that where we do the panel, you hang out, you get autographs,
we
you
get to
there,
meet
or there's an
people.
autograph signing or something like that. And so you've talked about it before, and I feel like this is a good function of that, right? Of like, hey, it's kind of funny comedy night or whatever where you go do and see these things.
And I don't know necessarily. I'm not thinking about it from like a monetization
Oh,
standpoint.
I fucking am. You know what I
Says
mean?
that you're doing it for fun. You know me, man.
No,
the
no.
fucking schemes are going.
and that's great. And there's totally ways like that we will probably charge people for in the future, but like they did on this one. But I'm looking at it more from the standpoint of like I'm like, I bet if we do this, it's gonna be a really fun thing that a lot of people that traditionally go to an RTX aren't necessarily expecting. And I got a lot of nice feedback of people saying like, hey, just so you know, this was like my favorite part of RTX because you got to see people perform in a way more intimate setting. It's like comedy is so much different than a Let's Play Live where it's 5 people on stage and the energy it's not better or worse. It's just different energy.
Totally.
Whereas we go on stage and I'm like, we got to bring fucking 800% of energy because there's 3,000 people in this thing and people are screaming and there's beers flying and we're playing games and fucking Johnny Ace showed up. I was like, I didn't even know he was going to be there, which is crazy. Right?
Yeah, no,
And
that's crazy.
And then you get a 200 seat venue where people, you can see everyone in it and people are expecting, and there's just, you connect differently with the audience. And then there's also the energy of like everyone doing it for the second or third time. Like that was Jeff's third time, and I made him headline, and he was like, I'm probably gonna, Jeff, he's like, I'm probably gonna do 7 minutes. He did 15 minutes. Like I lit him 3 times and eventually just put my phone back in my pocket because it's about to die. I was like, let him go, just let him go what he wants to do. But I love this. And like Ellis did it for Comic-Con. And I'm like, what a cool thing to be able to do for everyone that's there. Like, hey, you maybe can't get into an industry party. Come party with us. We're gonna do comedy for a couple hours and drink some cocktails and have some fun.
So that was the comedy show. We talked about the doc premiere.
Right.
Waiting for the punchline.
Yeah.
You said in there it was something about it was nice our project kind of thing. And it's our project, but in reality, this is the first time in quite a while where You've just got to be talent on something. This isn't a Kind of Funny production. This is a Rooster Teeth production. They're making a documentary about you.
Now, to be fair, because of the nature of this project, I also felt like we had to do some of the organizing, like heavy lifting on it.
Producing.
Simply because, producing, I guess is a better term for that. I'm like, there's got to be a term for like when you help facilitate things. Yeah, I think they call it producing. Largely because this is my world.
Sure.
Like imagine if someone was like, who are you? What are you doing? You'd have to shepherd them through. You'd have to handshake them. You'd have to make sure.
You were making the introductions.
So there was a lot of that, but it's weird. The cool part for me is letting go of that control of the post-production process and being like, I have to trust that the director and the producers and the editor know what they're doing, and they have to bring their eye to it. Because if it were me, you know me, I'd be back in the room fiddling around with the edit for the next 6 months, and it would never come out.
Sure.
And so I think that's been part of a really eye-opening, and I think a growth part, for like a place for growth for me personally and professionally. Because I'm like, I just want to let it go. I'll give them whatever notes I can, but that's not my responsibility.
Whatever that final product looks like
it's
is
going to be
theirs. Yeah, we're not.
And I think having my faith renewed in their abilities, like I have since I saw the first shot, I was like, oh, these guys are great. They know what they're doing. And shout out to Brian, the DP, because he just filmed the city. It looks fucking gorgeous. It's killer. But being able to, it was a great working relationship, because for me, I hate when I feel like I'm doing too much work or I'm doing the bulk of the work. Right. In this, I felt like they were utilizing me as a tool and to open the door into the SF scene. Yeah. And I loved that, because it meant that the more work I put in, the more visibility they had on the various nooks and crannies of this thing that I wanted to show off. And so I found myself just like, what do you need me to do? I'll go there. I was almost a PA on the project at a certain point, because I'm like, I will go by Punchline and I will talk to the manager there, and we will, I'll connect with him. And they're like, and Matt, the director, was like, you don't need to do that. We'll do it when we get there. I'm like, no, I want to, because it gives me an excuse. It gives me a reason to network with people. Because I've got this cool project that I think is legitimately going to be great if they're in. I'm not selling. Like, I would go up to comics, like, I want you to be in this, and they'd be reluctant. I'm like, I've never been able to sell something so easily, not because I'm a good salesperson, but because I love it and believe in it so much that I'm not selling snake oil.
Sure.
I feel like it's the same thing we do here. I'm like, people should watch the morning show. It's super fun. I like it. If you don't, fuck off. This was like, people were like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, it's going to be a feature length documentary about the scene, and you're going to be in it. It's going to be great. And so that was really fun. I can't wait for everyone to see it.
Yeah,
that was my next thing.
I'm so excited for everyone to see it. And again, working with that team, they were amazing, super helpful, super willing to ask for help when they needed it, which I always appreciate. I helped out getting a lot of the B-roll together, and like, I have so much footage of Nick doing comedy at like probably 30 different open mics. Yeah. And so I was able to send them that, like, with dates on everything that I've just been archiving, because I'm one of those crazy people. Yeah. And I was like, I know one day we're going to have this story to tell. Didn't expect it to be so quick.
It was quick.
But like, the documentary fucking is better off for it, because it's like, we have the shit to back it up.
Oh yeah. It's definitely
like the juxtaposition between you performing stand-up comedy in a bar to 3 people that I have footage of, compared to you crowd surfing at Kind of Funny Live.
It's weird. It's
like,
cool.
It's cool that we have all of that to give them, and it's all in there, and it really makes it feel like a
Do you sell the sex tape
content? The sex tape?
Yeah.
I mean, I gave it to them. They didn't make the cut. I thought that was weird.
But I guess it makes people throw up.
The biggest question we've gotten since talking about it, because we've talked about it obviously here, but then we were talking about how great it was and how much it made me cry and all that jazz. When is it coming out?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
So here's the thing. What I can say about it is we are trying to get it into proper film festivals.
Okay.
Yeah.
If that's the case, it is not allowed to be anywhere else.
Yeah.
Because film festivals have like first
rules. This is a thing for Heel Kick that was a problem.
Or whatever it is. So it's like, we got to work through all of that.
So yeah, I think we're trying to figure out and identify some festivals that we can get into right now. Obviously we're showing another cut of it. I don't know if it's going to be the final cut, probably not, at Out of Bounds Festival in Austin. So I'll be back in Austin in a month to show that and do a Q&A. Okay. And we're going to do a little show before that as well. Me and some of the locals.
We're definitely trying to work on getting some screenings together in other places as well.
Yeah.
And I can promise that eventually you will see it. Like, for sure.
Yeah. Eventually it'll be on Rooster Teeth first.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's a Rooster Teeth first thing, right?
It is a Rooster Teeth first.
RT docs are only on first.
RT docs are exclusive to first. Yeah. So you do need to pay for it. There is a free trial, but eventually that will be the case.
But importantly, if you miss the screenings and you're going to do that, don't sign up until it's about to go up, right? Because we'll get some kind of code or some shit, right? And to show that like
if you want to give RT First a shot, just for whatever, you can go to roosterteeth.com/kindoffunny. I want to say it is, or roosterteeth.com/first promo code kindoffunny. Whatever it is, like that, it does help us.
But wait, if you're one of those people who I don't fucking want to pay, I don't want to wait for the free trial and use it.
I can
on
say
Nick's
this
thing.
like openly, like we are trying to get our content on Rooster Teeth in the same way that we have it on YouTube and we have it in other places. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
So you're talking about all the free content that goes up on YouTube.
All the free
trying to get
content.
in there. Just as another distribution.
just like it's the
platform.
syndication platform.
Yeah, the same way we just got on Spotify and all
Yeah.
that. Like, trying to get the video stuff on roosterteeth.com in addition to everywhere else. And once we get that figured out, pretty much it's like one of those chicken and the egg things, figuring out the film festival stuff and figuring out how we can get all our stuff properly archived and on Rooster Teeth. But then once those two things are answered, which we're hoping is as soon as possible.
Yeah, and
You guys will be able
to
to
pull
see
the curtain aside, it's because Tim and I are so fucking proud of this. We want to milk the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Like I want to get as much mileage out of this as possible. I want it to be seen by as many people as possible and get as much buzz as possible because I'm so tremendously proud of it.
This thing is bigger than us. And I feel like there's been a handful of times in our life as Kind of Funny that we've had moments that I'm like, wow, this is really something super, super special. And I feel like this is the latest, and not the last, but latest example
Milestone
of that.
moment.
Yeah,
It's a
for sure.
it's a big one.
So then for a naysayer on, say, Reddit, who wouldn't be happy that we're putting our stuff on Rooster Teeth? Why are we putting our stuff on Rooster Teeth?
Rooster Teeth made it.
No. I'm talking about the other thing. Of
He
course,
means
the
just our
doc. Yeah, the
content,
RT doc.
syndicating
But
it.
you're talking about syndicating our stuff to Rooster Teeth.
Oh, I mean, why? I don't. There's no argument I can see that would make sense for that not to make sense. Like,
I'm 100% with you,
Yeah,
but I just
yeah,
want to
yeah.
have that conversation that's been presented at the table.
I mean,
right?
what I just said, RTX is my favorite convention. It's because it has a bunch of great people that just want to like great things. And we've seen over the last couple of years a growth in the amount of people in our panel. And
Yeah.
it's because of being at Let's Play Live, being part of the community, making friends with all these like-minded or very different people when it comes to people like Sugar Pine 7, Funhouse, like the whole gamut over there. And it's like, it's not like, oh, we want their audiences, but it definitely is, hey, how can we grow the best friend community to be even better and stronger?
I think you know. Yeah, we don't want their audience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want all of the Funhouse people Funhouse fans to come watch our content. I want the best friends in the Funhouse audience to come watch our content.
Totally.
The people who
And they're
watch off topic and think that's a fun idea for a show, come watch the fucking original one before Jack Patillo ripped us off, the GameOverGreggy show. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Yeah.
Don't think
We
about it. Just say
invented
yes.
podcasts.
Don't think about
The
it.
amount of
We
people I
invented
saw at
podcasts.
RTX this year that were telling me, they're like, hey man, like I just started watching you because I saw you at Let's Play Live, watch the morning show every day.
Yeah.
I'm this person in the chat
Yeah.
or whatever. It's like, it's really fucking inspiring to see us kind of not just have this like San Francisco games media, really small kind of reach, and be able to talk to people around the freaking world.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I mean, a good example is we're going to London, right? I mean, you're
RTX
going to
London,
London to meet
Luckies.
people, and it's like,
you, man.
it's
So jelly.
because of that type of relationship. And
No, I mean that's the biggest thing about it, right? Of when it came along, my thought on it, right, was of course we're going to do it because why wouldn't I? It's something honestly that I think we don't get to do a lot of, but I think IGN taught us, especially at the end, right, of like our time there, because where IGN had evolved to, in the way that we can't sit there and say, all right, well, they're going to come to kindoffunny.com. They're going to come to IGN.com. The day of a .com homepage is kind of dead, right? You want
Well,
to
you go
be...
to kindoffunny.com if you want to see all our content and
Well,
schedule. It's great.
Of course,
Well,
it's great.
There's
And, like,
specific
tours.
use cases,
But I'm
just-
saying in
I'm
terms
just
of, I know, I'm just trying to say,
getting
oh,
more-
you can give me scratches, yeah. But in terms of, you have to go to the audience, right? Like you have to figure out, we're trying to figure out how to be better on
Great point.
Facebook. We're trying to figure out how to get best friends and find them
Yeah,
anywhere
there's-
they are.
that-
And so
there's not much of a
sending them to
downside.
Rooster Teeth makes sense because guess what? The people who only watch their videos on Rooster Teeth don't watch the YouTube videos and don't find us on YouTube and don't find us on podcast services. I think that's the thing, right? Try to find that audience. Nick Scarpino.
You guys are being way
kindoffunny.com.
too humble. I want our content on Rooster Teeth because we're just better than all those guys over there.
Well, that's
And
true,
I'm
too, of
pretty sure
course.
once we start putting our content on there, everyone at Rooster Teeth is like, we have had the wool pulled from our eyes.
Yeah.
This Bernie Burns character, this Gus Sorolla character, they don't know what they're talking about. We got to come over to the game. It's all about the GameOverGreggy show.
Exactly. Well,
That's
yeah,
what I'm talking
kind of
about.
funny games daily, probably.
Grow the ranks, take over the world.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying?
Next
Grow the
question,
ranks, take over
Tim.
the world.
Yeah.
And I'm just being the naysayer for you.
Real quick,
Okay.
I want to. If there's anybody out there that does have a compelling argument against this, I would love to hear it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not shutting anyone down. But like, before you even answer that, like, what would be the difference between Stitcher and or
I think-
Spotify and Rooster Teeth? Right.
I totally agree with you. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I think it's the you know as well as I do, and I'm sure some people who are watching or do are best friends, depending on how much you want to watch any of our platforms, Reddit, Twitter, whatever. There's always this concern that we're becoming too much like Rooster Teeth, or that Rooster Teeth is going to buy us and change everything, or blah, 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 and all these other arguments that personally I don't find validity in. We're going to be ourselves and we're going to do it, but I want to address it head on, of course, as we continue to have this conversation with them of putting the content out there. Yes, that's the best way to put it. This is another Spotify for us. This is another Stitcher. This is another way to get the content in the hands of somebody else. It's another way to, okay, cool. It's very similar to IGN, where we used to sit there and the IGN views on the YouTube or the IGN views on IGN.com were what we cared about and needed, and fuck everything else. And then it was a way of like, well, wait, if we put it everywhere else, if you give it Snapchat, if you give it Instagram, if you give it this, if you find a way to package it, you find a new audience, you get numbers there as well. So yeah, like the numbers on Rooster Teeth still help us in the long run of what Kind of Funny is.
Yeah. I'm excited. I mean, it's all,
dude,
all great. It's only good news. There is, as far as I'm concerned, not a single bad thing about this.
And especially because Rooster Teeth's a bunch of idiots and lets us still promote the Patreon on there. Yeah. So we're just saying, come pay for the fucking content here. You know what I mean? Get all the exclusive access here. Yeah, exactly. We fucking got them, Kevin. We Trojan horsed in. I love it. They're screwed or whatever. Yeah. Are we planning to be sold to Rooster Teeth anytime soon?
We will. No, I mean, I don't want to say we will never.
Yeah, never say never. Right,
never say never. Who the fuck knows what's going to happen?
Yeah.
I have no plans of selling to anybody anytime soon.
Yeah.
And if we ever did, it would be the right thing to make us make more of the stuff that we want to do.
Sure.
Like, I don't think that there is any single thing you can look at in the history of Kind of Funny that doesn't make sense as you go through.
Sure.
That's just my perspective on it.
Yeah.
But it's like when you look at where our content is now, you can see the line of how we got there, and you can see the line of where we're going.
Yeah.
There might be hitches along the way, but all of us are the same people we were 5 years ago, and I think that we're going to be very similar people in the next 5. Right?
Okay. No. So I went to Battle Creek, Michigan. Did a meet and greet at Buffalo Wild Wings. It was one of my favorite meet and greets of all time. Of course, everybody's amazing there. Everybody's amazing at every meet and greet. But we had, I'd say, 75 to 80 throughout the night. Kids come through. At the end, because of course people drove 3 hours to get there. You're fucking all crazy people. At the end, people had started to pair off and leave. I gotta go. I gotta work tomorrow. I gotta do this or whatever. So we got it down to a manageable group, I would say, of 10 tables and a U around me at the center, right? And I brought them all together and then just sat down. And I'm like, I guess it's like a Q&A. What do y'all got? And we just started shooting. Awesome. They would ask me questions about Kind of Funny or the content.
That's cool.
And mainly about us, not about like games, like what do you think of this or anything like that. But one of the questions I really enjoyed was from the back of the room over here. I can picture you with glasses and brown hair, or maybe black. It was dark out. Was like, are you guys planning on being in San Francisco forever? Right? And I was talking about it of like, well, that's a great question. It's something we go back and forth on all the time. Not really back and forth, but it's something we debate all the time. Yeah. What is the right answer? You can move to LA, you could do this, but San Francisco gives us the game's media reach. And I don't know, the people in LA would be the same. If we moved to Columbia, Missouri, like I'd always want to, right? It would just be the 7 of us and there wouldn't be any guys, you know, million things. But at the end of the conversation, the point I stumbled into in the Greg Miller rambling ass way, right, was the fact that, yeah, you're right. We could totally move to a million different places and make more money, have more money, and it would definitely be better for us in the short term in terms of what we could bank in our own savings and then flip the switch, sell the company, and be done with it. But that's never what I planned for with this. You know what I mean? No, I want it to be that in 20 years, I'm still. Whatever that means in the company, maybe I just host the GameOverGreggy show, but we've hired all these different names you hear about and all these different names I've never even heard of yet. And they're in making content and they're making stuff for the best friends. And that's how it all exists. You know what I mean? And that's the commitment I have to it. So no, it's not like, you know, I know that there's always, I don't personally get it, but I know that there's a concern and there's a, you know, a vocal part of the community that is very terrified of what Rooster Teeth is or would do to us or whatever. But we're just using them as another content delivery service, and it doesn't go further than that.
And more than that, I love Rooster Teeth. I always have. That doesn't mean I love everything that they do. That doesn't mean I consume even 90% of their content. I think at this point, I probably consume 10%, if even.
Yeah.
And even of that's of their shows, I only watch 3 episodes a season or whatever it ends up being. But anybody that hates Rooster Teeth or whatever, I honestly believe isn't giving them a shot. Because there is, if you're a fan of the internet, if you're a fan of videos, they're doing something that's probably going to be up your alley. Because there's such a wide gamut of stuff. It's just like Kind of Funny on a much bigger scale. Of if you don't like the shenanigans in the morning show, then maybe Games Daily's style is for you. If you don't like the rigidness of Gamescast being like structured or whatever. It's like, okay, cool, Game Over Greggy show. Like there's so much different stuff for people. But,
Yeah.
And day 5's great.
And then
That's the one piece of content I think I consume from Rishi. So many times I'm talking. I love Always Open, but I haven't listened since forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They have so
That's
much shit. And then they got
understandable. Lots
Genlock
of stuff to
coming
listen
up.
to.
Like there's so much cool shit that they're doing.
Yeah. I agree.
So Battle Creek, Michigan.
Yeah, buddy.
Let me tell you about this. We're getting ready to go to RTX. And there starts to be a rumbling from one Kellogg's of the cereal company, ladies and gentlemen, that they want Greg Miller to come to Battle Creek, Michigan and speak to all the
Do they know
marketers
that
across
you
the
don't know
country.
how to eat cereal?
This was discussed. This was discussed
were
on the
you
panel.
transparent with it? Because I don't want to get too far down this relationship and have that be a deal breaker.
No, it
Where
was
they're like,
discussed
you
on
don't
the
use
thing.
milk? What, you a fucking psychopath?
Well, I brought up the fact that one of our most popular doodles is me eating cereal like a horse, and then explaining that meant I meant it eat to try. That got a laugh, and somebody else had brought up the fact that there's a YouTuber, it was a panel of influencers, right? Somebody brought up a thing of like there's somebody who eats it with water, and everybody universally was like, well, that's a bridge too far. That's gross. That's
Oh my
disgusting.
God.
I almost threw up in my mouth.
That's disgusting, right?
Remember the movie where they were like, we drink cereal with beer? Like we eat cereal with beer?
I do.
I forget what movie that was.
It was, hold on, Revenge of the Nerds. Revenge of the Nerds, they put beers and Rice Krispies together. It's disgusting. And that's why the nerds were perverts. And were
a great movie.
They would have gone to jail. One you definitely
yeah,
can't
they
remake
definitely would
that.
have.
We should do a Revenge of the Nerds in review and also rake up their crimes.
Oh, yeah.
How many years are these fucking nerds serving in a federal
Computer
penitentiary?
crime, peeping Toms.
They hit me up saying that, do you want to come speak to Kellogg's about video games and gamers or whatever? Which I know what you're saying, everybody.
Was
I
Tony
roll.
there?
I roll. No, like, ugh, what a weird, gross thing, right? Of like, that sounds weird because whenever somebody hears marketing, they think gross. Yeah.
At any point, did they play, y'all ready for this? And then Tony the Tiger came
No,
out.
I'm not even there. Yet, you know what I mean? But what it was is that they were bringing everybody together because Kellogg's wants to do more with gaming, like more with the gaming sphere, and they admittedly don't know anything. They're very much like, we don't understand it, and we want to bring in
Greg Miller.
experts.
You're our only hope.
Exactly. So I was out there on a panel with a guy from a PR agency called Edelman. You probably don't know it, but behind the scenes, they do a whole bunch of PR stuff for video games. And it was me and then 3 esports personalities, 2 of which are lovely ladies who run a company and host stuff and do stuff. And then one guy who used to do stuff with Andrea at Yahoo and now runs a YouTube channel about esports and stuff like that. But I was like,
one of them Shocks?
I don't think so.
Well, only esports lady I know.
Oh, sure. Golden Boy wasn't there, of course. My boy. But it was us talking about that on one panel. But then the other panels, they had some people from Twitch. They had people from IGN, not IGN sales team, about how they work with video games and what it is. They had a guy there from Blizzard. They had people there talking about what all gaming is. And what was awesome for all these people in the crowd from Kellogg's was they were there and they were engaged. You ever do it where you go there and everybody's on their phone, not listening, half listening, taking notes, whatever? The panels would not even end. In the middle of panels, people would raise their hands and ask questions about what you were saying and trying to understand it. Yeah. And, it was when they originally hit me up, I was like, this is such a weird thing. But then to sit there and have them explain it in email of like, well, no, it's that, we see how other brands are doing it. We don't want to do it in a gross, weird way. We want to find out organically, how do you do this? How do you advertise in 2018? How do you advertise on the internet? How do you integrate with something, right? And so to go there, I was obviously picked because of you, the best friends and everything else we do, right? And, I got up there and it was super easy because it was what's our story, which is fucking a crazy story to begin with, right? But then it was like talking about what we've seen in our sphere, how it works for us. And as usual, talking about the ethics of Kind of Funny, like I always say, that first episode when we went live on Twitch, right? Of being like, well, you'll know it. When somebody asked in the chat, what's your ethics policy? You'll just know it. We're going to tell you everything. And the fact that because we're transparent about that, you guys, the best friends, are okay with that. And, telling.
And it makes it easy for us to, when we're talking to sponsors, any potential sponsor, being super straight up of like, this is what we'll be comfortable with, and we're gonna tell people. And if you're not comfortable with that, we're peace.
And that was the same thing of like, Kellogg's, the folks, talking about like, well, how do brands work with you? And I'm like, well, they work with us. They know who we are and what we do. And they're going to be okay with us saying fuck and a weird ass joke and Nick being a Nick and all this other stuff, right? And if you're not, you don't do that. You have to give up control. You have to understand what's about to happen when somebody does something. And so it was me telling stories about DiGiorno being in the chat and then doing all stuff and taking care of prom and giving away pizzas and then the pizza wars that got us a pizza oven and talking about Portillo's and like that it was a huge day of celebration in the community when we finally got a sponsorship from Portillo's for Italian Beef Week, right? And it was just really refreshing to see a company try to understand. And they had hired a group to come in and set up a gaming lounge. And so like in between panels, the people from Kellogg's would walk out and like talk to me afterwards and ask me a whole bunch of questions, bounce ideas for products they're working on right now off me. And then they'd go in and there was like one corner that had Fortnite, a giant screen that was running Overwatch, Cuphead was there. I was like, I know a guy who beat that. They had a whole bunch of games that are like current of like, this shows you a slice of what's popular in gaming and why, right? It's like I'd go back in there and I'd start playing Fortnite and then I was running like a Fortnite demonstration of explaining what it is and why it's happening and why it's so popular and all this different stuff.
Awesome. That sounds fun.
It was. I just feel it was such a weird, not a normal kind of funny opportunity, right?
Well, what makes it kind of funny is you, obviously, being there and being like, well, I'm going to throw a meet and greet at a Buffalo Wild Wings. Who's going to come?
Yeah.
Like that. I love that we get opportunities that allow us
to go to random ass places.
To go to random ass places that we wouldn't ever really go to.
Yeah.
So it's cool. And, I'm sure that made a lot of people's nights.
Oh, and my God, no, that made for the best friends who came out, they made so many people nights. I was talking about earlier. Definitely go to twitter.com/GameOverGreggy and watch the Periscope of me walking to the meet and greet and asking someone to come pick me up. And then the two dudes rolling up and picking me up in the Goodwill parking lot. Like, it's awesome. But
now, I want to let you know, Greg.
Yeah.
You tweeted that out and you're like, oh, it's too far. Someone come pick me up. I didn't realize, because I'm stupid, that you meant in a car. So I thought that people were going to come and that you were trying to get enough people to come and actually
surf me
carry
in?
you.
I would have done that.
Like, oh God.
I would have done that for sure.
Is he doing it?
Yeah, I know.
Makes sense.
Then I watched it. I was a little disappointed.
But I think the meet and greet in the Wild Wings thing, right, is such a great example of why they wanted to talk to someone like me who has a community like ours. Because it was that when it started, like literally opening remarks, the woman who was like running the whole thing, she was like, and I know one of the, Greg from the, influencers held the thing last night at Buffalo Wild Wings. How many people came out? And I was like, 75 to 80. And like, there was a collective gasp. Because there was like, I didn't know there's 75 or 80 people in Battle Creek. Like, right. But it was like, and that's what I got up there to explain of like, it is this thing of, the community wants to see us succeed, and in a meet and greet, like in a random ass place, like we never go to, those get the best turnout because it is friends look at each other and like, dude, it's 3 hours away, but when are we gonna get a chance again? They know they're not gonna go to a PAX. You know what I mean? They know they've missed a Chicago meet and greet. They know that this is their best way. And I don't think I've said it on this show, but like, there were multiple people who said they had missed my tweets, they had missed my Instagram, they had missed my stories. They heard about it on the morning show when they were cooking dinner, listening to the morning show. And it was literally
Battle Creek.
They turned off the burners and got in their car and drove out to see us at Wild Wings. Like, it's insane.
Except for that one that forgot to turn the burners off.
Dun, dun, dun.
And burned his entire apartment complex.
He was a DJ
down.
though, so you don't respect him.
Now he's gonna be super
He
villain.
was like, I was just fucking throwing discs all last night, spinning discs.
But no, it was a super cool opportunity. You know what I mean? Of like, it was a corporate speaking engagement, I guess, on paper. That was the least corporate thing I've ever heard of. Where it was
awesome.
They were all down and they all had
going
questions.
into it, we were a little bit like,
Let's see what this is gonna be.
It'll be worth it for the meet and greet, but this sounds lame as fuck. But it's good.
Exactly.
Well, it sounds like it was gonna be what it sounds like.
Exactly.
Which is
but it wasn't. It was an intimate thing
work.
at Kellogg's HQ, talking to people who want to
Gotta
do
love
this
it.
shit right, and that's what it's all about, right?
I love that though. Like I like traveling with you guys, and I like having an opportunity to go to places that I normally wouldn't. And that's like the first and only time we went to Plano, Texas. I was like, this is kind of fun.
Yeah.
There's a quaintness to being like, I would never
We've
have
got
gone
to figure
to
out
Plano,
a way
Texas.
to go to random places more. Because you say a random ass place we would never go. I would say random place we never usually go, right? And that's the thing we were talking about it today with one of the other cons. Somebody asked us, Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con.
NYCC.
And it was like, well, if somebody sponsors us to go there, sure. We don't like paying for these trips on our own because they're so expensive, and going to RTX, going somewhere else, RTX is a bad example. PAX, right? Just use PAX. PAX isn't usually, we're making content, which means we're publishing something. We're actually not making content. We're actually not doing the job, which actually hurts the bottom line. So we need to figure out a way to do that, right? And so I would love in the future to figure out a fucking way to be like, I don't know if it's Patreon or something else, but like, here, we're gonna go to random ass places. Like, let's just get, you know what?
Let's just go fucking hang out, man.
The commitment is we're going and we're doing a Wild Wings meet and greet at this place, that place, whatever.
I love
not
it.
just Wild Wings, but if you want to sponsor Wild Wings.
No, I was gonna say we could do. Yeah,
that's not a bad idea, actually.
The Tim Gaze in me is
scheming on Wild Wings.
Scheming about that.
No,
that's great.
What are you doing? What are you looking up?
I don't know. I'm making a note.
Oh,
That is a good idea.
Yeah,
I think that's a great idea. I also, I'm like,
the Buffalo
that's a
Wild
lot.
Wings Worldwide Wing Tour,
That'd be so fun.
starring Greg Miller and Andy.
Because that's the thing. Like RTX was really, that was fun. It was a lot of work.
Sure, but it was the fun work. It was the performance.
It was,
work.
but I love the idea of just going to places and like.
Chilling
having,
out,
like,
just doing meet and greets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
yeah.
Just having an excuse to go there, because then we could actually like see some of the cities and stuff like that. But I don't know. That's fun.
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
It was fun.
Good idea. You know, every once in a while, Greg.
Thanks, bud.
You've earned it.
Champ to champ. When we were leaving, did I tell you this? When I finished the speaking engagement, got into the car they got for me, fell asleep. I got in the car, the guy's at the airport, right? I'm like, yeah, I fall asleep. Wake up. He actually drove 30 minutes in the wrong direction to the Kalamazoo airport. And I rolled up and I'm like, dude, I'm supposed to go to Detroit. And he's like, are you serious? And he looked at the paperwork. He's like, I'm so sorry. Somebody said Kalamazoo and I never checked the paperwork, and back on the highway. So just added
That's
about
why.
an hour to my trip.
Did you make it though?
That's why.
Oh yeah. I had plenty of time. I was pre-checked, and because I originally started telling this, we signed the deal when we were already I was at the airport to go to RTX.
Yeah.
So I bought more shirts first a Meyer in Battle Creek, but then at the show to kind of pad out the collection. And I was with Jen and Porty, so I just went with a backpack, and so I was traveling super light, but it was like, oh crap, okay, this is extending the trip in a way we didn't expect. Yeah. But I made it, and then the fucking plane was all fucked up.
Do you ever see a future, Greg, where if money is no object, you just go to places, buy underwear, as you wear them, you throw it out?
Sure.
Just
Well,
throw 'em
like
out.
I bought this is an interesting Greg Millerism right here, of course. Get ready for your, Team Fat's dead and all this shit. I'm in a weird spot right now where some extra large shirts, like this chicken wing shirt, perfect. They fit great. Some I'm in a dress.
Yeah.
And so it's a gamble now. Extra large or large, because a large, I have that great Superman shirt, my favorite Superman shirt, that blue one from the Batman Superman box, right? That we unboxed at one time. That I've only been comfortable enough to wear in public once, because it is very tight. And someday, depending on what I've eaten, what I'm doing, you know what I mean? I was like, I need new shirts. I went into the Meyer. I was looking around. They had superhero ones. They had a Superman distressed. However, light color. I know I'm going to be sweating tonight. I know I'm going to pit out in it. Can't do that. So then I'm like, what about black shirts? I fucked up. At the Detroit airport, they had a shirt that said Detroit versus the world. I was like, that's a pretty dope shirt. That's a pretty dope shirt. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was good. I like it. I was like, I don't need to worry about it. I'm going to be able to wear this shirt, the shirt I was wearing. And I got to the hotel. I was like, this is a bad idea. This shirt smells like I've been on an airplane all day. Went to the Meyer, superhero shirts now. Finally found a Golden Girls one. Of course, everybody knows we love the Golden Girls. It was a good callback to Xavier Woods, of course. Huge Golden Girls fan.
Savage.
But I picked up the XL and I'm like, too big. Picked up the large. I'm like, I don't know. Went, got in the fitting room, tried on the large. I'm like, perfect. However, then I went there, ate a whole bunch of spicy garlic wings, whole bunch of potatoes. And then I was like, I couldn't even suck it in for photos anymore. And I was like, I don't know if this shirt can hold that anymore. And then I'm sure after I get washed, it's going to have to be just a fucking thing. Also, though, shout out to, everybody knows, we talked about him earlier, Fareed from Rooster Teeth, right? Guy sucks, right? I had asked for a Funhouse shirt, that cool Funhouse shirt that looks like my Mizzou shirt a long time ago, right? Guess what he says? Sorry, Greg, they got no more of them. You know what I mean? Now, granted, he sent Jen all the fucking barber stuff. He sends me all the stuff I need. But this one time he failed me. That's why he sucks. Went to RTX, though. RTX store. They were selling the Funhouse shirt I'm talking about. The white V-neck, if you don't know what I'm talking about.
Sort
the
of classic 70s style shirt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I fucking put that shirt on. Guys, we got to make a shirt like that, because that and the Missouri shirt, I look fucking awesome in. We need to make one of those. Maybe make it blue.
Exclusively.
Blue, exactly. So I just want all my shirts to be this kind of shirt now.
Okay.
I'm a fan of them because they hug the biceps and make the bicep look a little bigger.
And they got those white lines around it, making the biceps
draws
look
attention to the fucking gang and shit.
I thought gang
This
and
is
shit.
thunder and this is lightning.
Oh,
this
sorry.
is gang and that shit.
I apologize. I didn't realize.
When they're in this mode, when they've transformed into this mode, this is gang and shit.
If you're
like
at home
the
right now,
truest
he's
form.
doing Spider-Man
So
hands,
for
the
those of
cool
you who
Greggy.
don't understand how Dragon Ball Z works,
I don't. That's me.
No. I'm not gonna try it.
I
I
was
wasn't
like,
gonna even try it. I wasn't
do
even
you,
try
Nick?
it. Super Saiyan Goku? Is that the one with the blue Super Saiyan with the blue? Super Saiyan?
It's saying.
I'm just
What are
saying,
you saying?
Kevin.
It's saying.
It's saying what?
Who's saying what?
Why?
Kevin.
What's that, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, you've enjoyed this show and you want more? Well, there was a 30-minute pre-show, of course, that you can get on patreon.com/kindafunny. Of course, after this, there will be a post-show. I'm not telling you how long it'll be. If you're watching live, like you could be for just $1 on patreon.com/kindafunny, you can hang out and watch it. If not, you can get it in the video version we put up on patreon.com/kindafunny each and every week. There's an audio version that goes live earlier, but it's not the same. Everything's free. YouTube.com/kindafunny and podcast services around the world next Friday, but not the pre and post show. Yeah.
Are we gonna leave this one with a cliffhanger like we did last time?
Oh, you want to start the conversation and stop there?
Yeah,
for
I'll
you?
ask a question and then we'll answer
What's
it.
the question gonna be?
What is the square root of
That's
64?
terrible. What the fuck kind of question
You'll
is
find
that?
the number out on the post show.
If you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Game Over Greggy Show. Each and every week, 3, sometimes a million best friends gather on this table, each bringing a random topic discussion for your amusement. If you like that, head over to patreon.com/kindafunny where you can get each and every episode early. Of course, we want to thank Patreon producer Tom Bach and
man,
all
the
these
myth, the
people who
legend.
made the show possible. And maybe a sponsor? Greg didn't look at that before he came out here.
Definitely a sponsor.
Really?
100% a sponsor, yeah.
That's what I'm helpful. You want to pull it up, Big Cow?
Yeah. Damn it, I pulled
Should
it
we
up.
insert
Had
it?
a lot going on before the show.
Yeah,
I
me
might
too.
have to
insert it?
Me too. Yeah, we'll
yeah,
probably
we'll-
have to insert
Let's
it at this
insert
point.
it right into the middle.
Yeah, well, that's how it works.
There was a
That's what
great
else is
spot where we stopped and then you said, let's talk about Battle Creek, Missouri. That would be a great spot for
I
it.
That was way past it. All right.
Michigan, not Missouri.
Jesus.
That was an hour.
It's like Battle Creek should be in Missouri, not Michigan.
It also didn't have anything to do with the Civil War. I don't think Michigan was a hot spot for the Civil War.
I just mentioned
That's why it was
everyone in-
extra weird you were reenacting it there.
I know. Well, you go where the art takes you.
Got it.
Wherever it's gonna be, that's what you do. When you're here, your family.
When you're here, home,
you're here.
and family.
Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, it's been our pleasure to serve you.
Oh, I know we talk
And
about.
this is the post show.
We talk about Andrew Renee drunk. That's a fun one.
Again?
Again.
I think we talk about that all the time, don't
I
we?
know it's so fun though.
What did she do recently?
People like drunk Andrew Renee.
We flew to RTX with Andrea Renee. Never saw her again. Never saw her at all. I don't even know if she was really there.
Oh my god,
I
I
saw
saw
a lot.
so much of her.
Whole bunch.
I never
so
saw her.
much of her. Are you kidding me?
I'm dead
That's
serious.
because you kept going to bed early. Now Andrew
Nope,
Renee
that
really
is not
doesn't come
true.
out until late at night.
That's true.
I'll tell you this,
That's
my
really
favorite
true.
story I told on the morning show the other day. I'll tell it again because I love this woman and I love telling the story. She got a bar in the Fairmont to reopen so that all of us could party.
Wow.
Were you there for that?
It was great.
No.
It was fantastic.
What night was this?
Night 2, but the night before the industry night.
The night that we went to the night we talked about today.
floppy disk,
The floppy disk
Perico night. We ended up going back to the lobby.
Yeah,
We
I
ended
came
up-
down for that.
you
And I
came
sat at a
down.
giant table with you guys for a long time.
And then I
know
think
Andrea.
I think you bounced.
You must have
Andrea
bounced at some point.
strolled in, goes over. I'm gonna get one more drink at the bar. You know how she does. I'm gonna get one more drink at the bar.
Yeah.
Goes over to the bar. Bartender's like, "We're closed, ma'am. It is 5 o'clock."
This is the
in
night where I had the
morning."
hot toddies, right? And it was
Yeah,
100
exactly.
flavors. Yeah.
So after the hot toddy, they closed that bar and they told us to go up to a different bar. So we got our whole group and we went up to that bar. Once we got to that bar, they're like, "We're closed." And Andrew Ray goes,
The fuck you are. I'm Andrea Renee.
They said, "You're open." He
Yeah.
goes, "We can only give you one drink." And she goes, "Let me get a bottle of rosé." And then they put it down. "Let me get another bottle of rosé."
So she goes, "We
Two
could."
bottles.
Here's how in my brain this went down. Fine, we'll give you one drink. And she goes, "You'll give us one round." And the manager looked over, and there were like 30 of us there, and she's like, "Fuck, I don't feel like arguing with this person." Plus,
Yeah.
there's a little, and the bartenders were like, "We want to stay open, but there was just no one up here." So it's in their defense. It wasn't like, I mean, they should have closed until 30
Is that when you
people
took a
walked
drag
through.
off your cigarette and threw it at their face?
No, it's when I bought Autumn another
Both
drink, and then
Tabasco.
2 days later on Twitter, she was like, "I really had a great time, except for when Nick Scarpino kept trying to murder me with alcohol." And I was like,
Hey,
you know,
you are what you are,
you
man.
want to play the game? You play the
It
fucking game.
wasn't Nick, technically.
Oh,
John
God, he's
Lewis.
choking out his microphone.
It was John. It's always been John. John
God, it's so
L. Ace Esquire. You know he's a lawyer in Madrid. He's a Spanish
Oh,
lawyer.
I didn't know that's where he's.
Yeah, yeah,
I didn't know
yeah.
that's where he
Actually,
practices
what-
law.
he's
What does it mean that he's a Spanish
Kevin,
lawyer?
can I see the chat?
He's a spoiler.
Are you gonna do the ad after? Or
I figured, right? Doesn't that make the
Yeah,
most
let's
sense?
do it after.
Sure. I slacked it to you, by the way.
Slack it
Slack
to me,
it to me,
baby. Do. Omar Falcon says, "This is like my 6th hour of kind of funny content today." Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Eventually, we're gonna figure out a meal service delivery so you
Oh.
never have to leave your home.
Isn't Andrea doing her thing today?
At 6:30.
Yeah,
What is her thing?
they're doing their first ever live version of
Let's Go Games.
yeah. Sorry, I just saw Mr. Yasman say, "Greg, it just got revealed that Margot Kidder's death is ruled a suicide." Variety's reporting it. I don't know how Mr. Yasman always has breaking news while we're doing this.
Yeah, I swear to God, he works for the
I would say
Hollywood Reporter.
95% of it we don't give a flying fuck about, but sometimes he has good stuff in there.
No, it's great.
Kevin banned him for a little bit.
I've actually thought about just letting him find the stories for me on the morning show.
Sure.
I'm calling it the Yasman moment, where it's just I'm like, "What is it today, Yasman?" And he just gives us the links.
Yeah, but now it's time to enter the Yaz Zone. Yaz Zone. Do-do-do-do-do. You have the intro with the graphic, and like it's just all of his comments flying by.
I like how you said that as if you're like, no, I got it. I
Yeah.
got it. And then you just said something.
Yaz
That
Zone.
fucking shit just fell short, man.
No
That
puns,
just let
no
us
like
down.
crazy that just, all right.
Alex B says, "Greg, were there Myers at Mizzou?" No, there were not Myers at Mizzou.
We could do. You know what we could do? We could do a.
Meyer, it's like a Walmart.
People are saying that I need to check my Twitter for an Andy video.
Ah,
what does
fuck.
that mean? What did he do?
Kevin, can you pull up
You pull up my
twitter.com/ well, that's not going to work that way.
Nick _
Twitter.com/ Maximum Cornez. What's his name?
Cortez.
Cornez.
Cornez. Maximum core nuts.
Who's Margot?
Margot Kidder was
Lois
Lois
Lane,
Lane in the
Superman.
original Superman.
Not the original.
Yeah.
Christopher Reeve movies. You know?
That's the one people think about.
Yeah, well,
Nobody
it's
goes
not
back
the
to the
original
fucking
black and white series.
George, whatever his name.
George Reeves.
Lazenby.
Now go to his replies. We're going to crack this code. And it looks like he didn't
Clear
do
with
anything.
that
Everybody
one.
fucking lied to your
Everyone
face
can
about it.
suck
There's
it.
no.
Man, that's
Oh, my name's
awkward.
Andy.
Oh, is this somebody edited a video of? Oh, yeah, it's probably.
Well, I can check mine.
Somebody sent you. Somebody once sold me some shoes made for a baby.
He does have the best hair in the bed.
Boo-doo-doo.
That was good.
I said no.
Have you ever?
Please
Did I ever
don't
tell you
go.
the one of like I was going out to dinner, and me and Jen were in the car, going to dinner with Dan and Abby from Giant Bomb, and it's not as bad as when I started laughing uncontrollably during the Nutcracker. Did you ever hear this story?
Oh yeah.
Okay, but it was on the very similar where we started the Uber and I looked at my phone and I think it was Eric Pope had retweeted somebody who had said, sung to the tune of Smash Mouth, and it was somebody once sold me some shoes made for a baby, not worn because the baby is dead.
Yeah,
And I was in hysterics the entire car ride. And like we got out and I'd be able to hold it together and then I'd start laughing and Jen's like, we're going to dinner. You have to stop this. You have. And I said it to them and they didn't think it was as funny as I did.
I think Corey Gooden made a video on Twitter and tweeted it at me.
What's
In honor-
Corey's thing?
Corey's at nerdy jock 611.
Kevin, can we get at Nerdy Jock 611 up and we'll watch this
This is in
video
honor
together?
of talking shit on people who aren't around. Here's this. Now, as you know, we have an ongoing joke here. Actually, you probably wouldn't know, Tim, because we always talk shit about you when you're not on the morning show.
I understand.
But then when you're on the morning show, we talk shit about Andy, and that's just how it works.
Yeah.
Happy to be there for you, David. Sorry about that.
Is Corey Gooden is his name, and his handle is, god damn his fucking face.
At nerdy what?
He's working on it.
Well, it's gone now.
Demetrius Newell says taco pizza is almost done. Demetrius, I'd be very interested in photos of taco pizza.
At the nerdy
Please
jock
tweet it at me.
611. At the nerdy jock 611. Now, Corey, I've said it 3 times. You owe me $10,000
Holy
for this
fuck.
promotion of your Twitter.
Omar.
What's the number, Nick?
611.
Omar Falcon says, with the Tim reaction party mode, the 2 live shows, the pre-show, the show, the post-show, fuck yeah, kind of funny's cool. It's a lot of shit.
All right, here we go. I think it's gonna be in ats and replies, Kev. No, there you
Yeah,
go. There
that
you go.
one.
There you go.
I'm super tired, guys.
That's
Dude,
it right
we love
there.
you. We love you. We love you to death. Don't worry. You're doing great. You're a big Kev dog. Ow, 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 ow. You almost got it. There you go. Okay. Show it to the kids.
This better be worth it, Corey.
If this sucks, Corey, I'm gonna fucking
This
hate
sucks.
you.
I'm never taking another.
I have this video on my phone that could have been
fucking
way
hear it.
easier.
I don't know why I can't hear it.
Will the newest member of Funhouse please stand up?
So far, it's just. Okay. Yeah, no, that wasn't worth it at all. That was a lot of work for nothing.
Although,
Fucking
shout out to
crack.
Alana's dinosaur dress. That's awesome looking.
That is,
Wait.
it is. She was sitting next to Andy Cortez when
You
this
know what?
happened.
Oh,
This
really?
is,
That's funny as hell.
This is actually getting me back. If that had just gone on for another 5 minutes, I would have liked it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then it's just random Andy clips
Just
every
Andy
time
clips.
she talks.
I have hair.
How's he doing, you think? Is he
Who
okay?
cares? Who gives a
called me back.
shit? He's
Oh,
terrible.
yeah? What do you call you? Why'd you call him, period?
Oh, because we were talking shit about him. But then the bit was over, so then
What were we trying to do?
we were calling to ask him who the champ was.
Oh, right. I forgot.
That's awesome. That's really good. That's
yeah,
really,
I
really
forgot. I
good.
couldn't remember. It's all a blur, you know what I mean,
Such
Greg?
a bad person.
I know. I like to rub it in. Because I know that on some level it's all fun and games, but it does hurt Andy. And that makes me happy. I'm insecure, and I like other people to be on
His
shaky
misery
ground around me.
fuels you.
It really does. It makes me feel better about myself. Let's see. Brandon S says Andy's got a big head now that he's a hit on Twitter, not answering his phone. I know.
I'll tell you
I
what,
know,
that
we
Peter
just take our
Piper
calls
pizza you
anymore.
put up that looked good.
That looked damn
I
good.
could get down on some of that.
Yeah.
Again, I'm still. You didn't hear this. The morning show. They got Pizza Hut at the Kellogg's thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it sat there too long, and it just wasn't good. So
Man.
now I feel like I need good pizza.
Eat some of that
I'm
za.
with you. You
Need
know,
that
I kept getting offered via 313, and no one ever went and got it for me, and it's just I'm to this day I never had it. Sucks.
Sad. It is
It's true.
very sad.
That is the
It's
true
so
thing that
good.
happened.
So fucking good.
Joshua Barron says, Greg put me on the comic book show. Well, Joshua, you spelled my name with 2 G's, which isn't like that, so you can go fuck yourself.
Wow.
Lexi Gunner says, Greg, did you grab any Kellogg cereal? They asked me at the end, do you want a gift package sent to you? And I was like, I would love that. And they were like, well, what do you want? And what was interesting is that Kellogg, it turns out, has a million different things. They were all there.
Yeah.
And so I already knew from the day I need Cheez-Its, hot and spicy, and I need Pop-Tarts. And apparently that's what I request, and that's what I better get.
Fuck
Deal.
yeah, dude.
Otherwise,
That's
guess
great.
what? I'll flip on these guys. I'll be like, it was terrible.
Let's see.
Animatic says, so are you guys excited? We are less than a month from Spider-Man.
Hell.
Yes.
Here's what you don't understand,
boys.
Enigmatic, is yes, I'm excited. But here's one of those things that is heavy as the crown thing. I'm excited, but then I'm also equally angry that I don't have it yet. Because we're in that window. It
Any
could come
moment you should
any
have it.
day, any moment. I could have a code in there.
To be fair, it's almost a slap in the face for you that you don't have a code right now. And if they want Greg Miller support, they better get on that.
Again, we're in the post show, so everybody's cool, right?
Yeah, everyone's cool.
I
Don't
will
fucking
fuck
tweet
this game
out.
into the ground if they don't play ball with
Yeah.
me.
If
I don't
they-
care how good it is. I'll be like, it sucks. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Or it could be,
Yeah.
I like it a little bit. It's up to them.
We're not IGN anymore, man. We don't have to be fair and balanced. We can be fucking shills for games.
Is that IGN's slogan, fair and balanced?
We're fair and balanced. And we're the.
No, I'm not going to do
IGN.
that. Don't break that out. Don't break that out. Don't break that out. Don't break that out.
I don't give a fuck. Break it out. Send it right to Pear.
Well, no, not that part. I meant the part that I would be a dick.
Here's
I'm
what
not
you do.
gonna-
Break this out. Hey, Pear, what's up? We miss you. How you doing? Come be on our show again. That'd be cool.
He's in Japan. He's not watching, but we would love to have him.
Onegashimasu. You know what I mean? Pear,
Ignacio
onegashimasu.
Rojas, Greg, I don't have a code either, and I'm not angry. Well, see, Ignacio, they're not going to send you a code. That's the thing. Let's check right now.
Can we ban him? Can we just ban Ignacio?
Got some other codes today.
Kevin A says, Nick, when do you do stand up in SF?
Did I get him?
I
got one, so I assume-
no. I don't have any shows coming up. We've been traveling so much. I haven't booked anything, but I'm trying to get on a couple showcases this month. It's gonna be fun.
No, I don't have any codes that I can think of. Big guy. I don't know. No, you'd be big girl. But then that sounds offensive. But you understand where I'm going with
I
it.
see where you're going.
Listen, Mr. Yasman sort of backed into a very good question. He said, Tim, who you cosplay as this year for Halloween? Well, first off, you don't cosplay for Halloween. You just dress up for Halloween, Mr. Yasman. I appreciate that. But more importantly, what are we doing for Halloween this year?
I'll tell you what we're doing, Nick Scarpino. You and I are going to
go, boys.
Toronto the weekend before Halloween.
Oh, wow.
So I assume we're throwing a dope ass fucking meet and greet.
They don't celebrate it there,
Are we
though.
When I say dope ass, I just mean come to a bar with
Wait,
us.
are we throwing a costume party meet and greet? A costume
If
themed
by
meet and
throwing you mean we're just going to a bar probably and telling other people to come because we're not going to have any money
greet?
to
But in
spend on it,
costume?
yes.
Are we all coming as Toronto Blue Jays?
Again, it's just you and me, and yes. Yes.
Let's go as Blue
Oh my
Jays.
God. Oh, that's
Yeah.
What? Okay,
Yeah.
I like
I know.
You just went to another level, sir. We're doing a costume party meet and greet, but we have a unified theme.
Yeah.
Where we're all coming as the same thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That is really good, right?
Cougar and I went
Kevin, I
today to
just
get
fucked up all the
Chipotle. We were
cables, man.
both wearing the hoodie, and we look like a cult. So that's super fun.
Fuck. What is a good? And I don't mean like we're all going as
Scientologists,
WWE
Mormon.
superstars.
No.
I mean like we are going as
Let's go as a cult.
we're all go.
Let's call a spade. Go as a cult. We go. We have a big
Now,
punch
here's
bowl.
my thing.
Everyone drinks punch
people
bowl.
would
Maybe we
freak
die.
the fuck out.
Here. That's good. That's good. Stick with me. We're spitballing. No bad
Spitball.
ideas.
We're just gonna
Spitballs.
fucking web it. See
We could also do a dream come true for Greg Miller. All Ghostbusters. meet and
Ghostbusters.
greet.
I'm fucking in. I'm in.
That seems too much.
Nah, people
Why?
get
For
into
the
it.
people out there.
It gives
But
me
they're
an
going
excuse
all
to
right.
buy
Here's
all
my
the
thing. Here-
Ghostbusters shit on the company card.
And here's what me too exactly. I need some new stuff. But here's what I'm saying is it doesn't. No, I mean if you want to in your local packs, sure. I won't ship my fucking pack out there. So it could just be jumpsuits, belts, and accoutrements. So
Fuck that.
I feel like
we're
you need,
brainstorming.
you
We're
need to give
brainstorming.
people the option to like do like the low key.
What if we all picked? All right. What if we went the opposite way of what you're saying though? We all picked that inflatable Slimer costume, and we all came as
All-
inflatable
like,
Slimer.
yeah, not Ghostbusters. Sliders.
Is it going to be cold in Toronto? Because that looks like it's exposed.
And October shouldn't be bad yet.
I think it'll be fine, right?
Yeah.
I think it's good. I love this idea. I need you to help me put all those things in my cart, and I'm gonna do the company card so I can buy $5,000 worth of authentic Ghostbusters stuff. If there is a Ghostbusters group in Toronto that could pull us up in the Ecto One, I'd be down for this.
Toronto Ghostbusters. Do you have the Ecto 1 out there?
Right? I know.
Ghostbusters World will be out.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
They're saying fallish or at end of summer, beginning of fall, right? They're saying this year. We'll be close. We could try to get them to pay for it mail my pack. I need to buy a Pelican case for my pack on the company,
I'll
guys.
buy
I'm
you
sorry. I got to do it.
You can't keep it here though. We're out of space.
No, I'll do it at home. I just need to be able to
Buy a
travel.
Pelican pack.
I would
That's
have
fine.
worn it to.
You need a big one though.
I would have worn it to
They're
RTX.
expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
You can get one.
Hold on. Toronto.
Just when you goes through, be like, that's fine. All of us are wearing unlicensed nuclear accelerators.
Yeah,
on our
exactly.
back.
I've done that before. Have you ever seen Ghostbusters?
What is that? It's an unlicensed nuclear accelerator.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
Love it.
TSA. Is there any liquid in it? No. Okay. Cool. Here you go.
All
Fucking-
right, we're calling Bar Ravel. I was gonna call it the Toronto City Hall, but they're closed.
Cameron Kenny says, I'm in Toronto in September. Somebody go then. No, Cameron, it's a booked gig. We're going in October to Toronto.
What are you guys doing in Toronto?
This is a convention thing that we're,
EGLX, yeah.
yeah.
They're not answering, Greg. Let it go.
Hi, you've reached Barbara Allison.
They're fucking everything up for me, man. That would have been funny. Now it's too late.
Do you know that there's this random Ghostbusters VR room thing in Toronto?
Oh, they have the fucking Ghostbusters. What's it fucking called? Yeah, I know of the Ghostbusters thing.
Ghostbusters Dimension?
Yes, I've heard of it. I didn't know it's still there.
Christ.
Is
It
it
is.
still? Is it still there?
It
And
says they're only accepting same-day in-person reservations for The Void.
go. Yes, I do. Okay.
Cameron
Okay.
Kenny is asking if we can rebook the gig to have the whole convention move to September. We'll try, Cameron. We'll try. You know? No, you know, I mean,
So the Void is the
50-50.
place.
I just sent you the thing.
Matt Rohrbeck says, I live in Toronto. I'm willing to help anything you guys need, my
Matt's
dudes.
awesome.
Feminist
Matt's
Nerd
on-
says,
Matt, we might
is
hit you up.
Toronto and Totoro different? Yes.
Yes,
One of
Toronto
them
is a place in
is
Canada.
amazing.
Totoro is everyone's neighbor, which I haven't seen. Still haven't seen that.
You should watch it.
I don't think I've only seen like one Miyazaki movie.
They
I
were
haven't
doing
seen
a
Spirited
whole-
Away. I haven't seen My Neighbor Totoro. I haven't seen
Good.
any of those.
They did a
dope.
whole like series of it at.
Well, they release them
The
every once in a while
theaters.
at Alamo, and I want to go out to them, but I also don't want to leave my house or spend money.
They just did that like over the summer.
I know, Joe. I know. And instead of that, I watched Grease 2.
You
What
did
a
not. That's
fucking-
such a lie.
What a terrible use of my
You
time.
did not watch Grease.
What a
2.
terrible use of my time.
You are such a liar.
Mr.
And I
Yasmin
hate
300
you.
is spamming. Have I seen Margot Robbie's character Sharon Tate? Yeah, I saw her. She looks good. She looks like Margot Robbie in a 70s outfit.
She did.
Yeah.
God, we gotta figure. They have on their Instagram and Facebook and
Yeah.
all that jazz.
You
We'll
think
use
about
that
this.
to connect to that.
Joshua Barron says, someone bring in a bucket of slime so we can get all gross.
we'll be
First off,
gross, alright.
be careful when you use the word buckets around me, because I'm still fucking sore. That we
I
just
thought it was a
got
Mr. Bucket
control-
reference, too.
That's what I thought it was, and I was about to fucking go off, son. And or
Today's
man,
our first day back on this channel because of Mr. Bucket.
those motherfuckers.
Yeah, fuck them.
We won, guys.
Death of the Fireflies.
I'm gonna go poop.
I was
I'm
gonna say, all right, I gotta go to the
dedicate it
bathroom too.
Oh,
You gotta do
go
the ad.
first
Don't
then.
forget.
No, I want to poop too.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta do the ad and all that jazz.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and I got a point too. Until next time, this has been your post show. We love you very much. We hope you had fun. I had a great time. Joe, did you have a good time? Yeah. Good. Bye, everybody. I seen the rain.
Can you do the ad without us?
Huh?
Can you do the ad just here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you ready to point?
Yeah, just leave Nick there. We're still live, right?
Yeah, but I'm gonna cut it when the lights go up.
They go off? Okay. Ready? Thanks for watching the Game Over Greggy show, everybody. Click here to subscribe to our channel. Click here to support us on Patreon. Click here, maybe over Nick, to go see other episodes we've done before. And then click where Nick's foot probably is to go to the Kind of Funny Games YouTube channel. There's a lot of cool stuff over there. It's always weird when somebody tells me they didn't know about the other YouTube channel. But hey, to each their own. Whatever you do with that mango is your business.